Hello, treasures. My name is Zola Dragon. Welcome back to the stream. How are y'all doing today? Wow, people are very talkative today. Hello. Hello, Rainbow. Hello, Apollo. Hello, Blitzanga. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. You're early, yes. Welcome. Never early. I know. Well, that's because with the stream times have changed. So hopefully it's going to be way more convenient for some people. We're excited about this. I'm just catching up on chat, seeing what everyone was talking about. One of the favorites. It's true. You're all my favorites. They have? Yes. Basically, we used to start streaming at my time at about 10 p.m. and we would go until about 5 a.m., which is quite late. So what I'm doing now, or what I hope to start doing, is start streaming at about 2 and finish at 10. So that's sort of the idea. But moving sleep schedules back like, what, 19 hours or something like that is very difficult. So I think that getting the stream time started within 2 hours, like 2.5 hours if I wanted to, pretty good effort. We're making it work. Hello, Project. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing today? Found out about your traumatic injury, which I hope you're okay. And also, have you slept? Because I know that you were working very late last night. You better have slept, friend. We can't have my most generous viewer and friend. Wow. Injury healing, that's good. No sleep. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. I'll try make my voice really soothing and nice today. I actually wanted to play a song, not now, but maybe later. Because I've had one stuck in my head and it's actually not very hard to play. And so I'm hype about that. I want to turn this on no longer muted so that we can jump over to the right screen and see the secured breaches. Nice. That working? Visible? Can I actually see the playback, please? Please. Okay, looks to be working on the YouTube one, and if it's working on the YouTube one, it's working on the Twitch. Nice. I mean, I don't really know why it's necessary to bring up, is the thing, right? Thanks, Project. I mean, I'm a dragon. I have a deep voice. You're all good, Project. Thanks. What happened yesterday? Did we learn anything new? I think we'll jump in and we'll take a look at the items that we have, and I think that will help me answer that question a little bit better. Is what we'll do. Thank you very much for the compliment there, Rainbow. That's very sweet of you to say. It's the song, by the way, that I've been, that I decided to pick up way too early in the morning, actually. I need to work on getting to sleep. That's the problem. Oh my god, words. Is called My Van is a Boat, which is a fan song for Season 2 of Dimension 20's Fantasy High. It's a dumb song. I really like it. But here we are, back in the Pizzaplex. We have Freddy in this area, thanks to the cool strats given to me yesterday about how to sneak Freddy in here using some fun Freddy spawn glitches. But we are going to leave here. We'll leave here because Roxy's walking around and we don't want to get jumped. I don't know where she is. That's even scarier. Double Rainbow. Your word-taking abilities? What do you mean your word-taking abilities? Rainbow, what happened? I'm confused. Rainbow, what abilities did you have? What powers were you once wielding? You have the channel points for it. Oh, you would like the word ban ability. I love that. I love the lesbian Jesus Princess Celestia. That's amazing. It's true. It's true. Okay. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking. It's just so stressful. How about after we do a bit of the lore recap, we reinstigate the ones I dislike the most, the channel point rewards. We have other channel point rewards now. I think I added like 2. But yeah, let's get somewhere safe so we can talk about what we've learned, any cool things that we found, thoughts that we've had. And we are up to... Hello, Noah. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing today? Oh, sweet bot. My goodness. Thoughts that we've had. We are about to go get Roxy's eyes, which will be cool. Oh, actually, there was something really, really interesting that we found. I do have... What did you find? What did you find, Bazanga? Okay, cool. That's whatever. That's fine. Why does Chica do the weird, like, glitchy, hissy thing before she loses her voice box? I've never understood that. Okay, we're gonna get to the recharge station so we can teleport Freddy to us. And then we can go do some other things. I don't know where Rendon says that was the wrong way to go. Being silly. Being silly. Popping in and out? Sure thing, Project. I will be sure to do that. Got noodles. Hell yeah. Noodles are great. I can't tell if, like, there are more security bots here or if there's been a bug that has just doubled the ones that existed. Just got here. What did you miss? We haven't really done anything yet. We're going to be going over what we thought about last stream. And we are then going on to go get Roxy's eyes and see if there's anything cool we can find after we do that. So, you've joined at a very good time, Avexi. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we were going over here because I actually have something that I wanted to show, which was, we've been taking a very close look. For those just joining us, the idea of this stream is it's not like a fast playthrough. We are taking our time because something I've realized about Security Breach in particular is that, thank you very much for the follow, Vexy. Welcome to the lair. Something I've noticed about Security Breach is that a lot of the assets, right? A lot of the artworks, which, by the way, artworks and assets take a very long time to make, are really well done, right? They didn't have to include all of this Kids Cove area, but it does help the Pizzaplex feel more like a realized place. So, with all of this done, it's a little bit strange that the game kind of feels like it was missing a couple of things. Like that, like they had a couple of plot lines that they cut, and especially with how good Ruin is, it seems sort of strange. So I was thinking that, hey, you know what? There might be a lot of details hidden in the actual, like, assets and locations of things in the Pizzaplex. And I haven't heard very many people talk about the actual design and placement of items and things like that. And I thought that we would take a very, very, very long look at all of the different parts of the Pizzaplex. And this is one of the most interesting things I found. In this pirate ship, right outside of the daycare, I believe these doors lead to the daycare, which I think if we check our map, we are here. And if we go to ground floor, we are directly above the rooms, the party rooms in the daycare area, right? And we know that on the way in, there's like a doorway over here. And so I think that there's probably some connection between a bunch of these rooms. So, the band poster is adorable. I wonder if Sun drew this, right? I wonder if Sun made this or something and it's about Foxy, like Foxy's band or whatever. I think it's really cute. I agree with Exy. Bell replacing Tom? That'd be funny. Has there been a new theory yet? I actually haven't checked. There would have been, right? Because it's Monday now, and so... Anyway. Here we have someone who was definitely a child, who spends a lot of time in the Kids Cove area. And we have a Roxy doll, Roxy shoes, Roxy mask, Roxy helmet, and a bunch of Pizzaplex shirts. A TV. Someone could be bored. So who do we think spends a lot of time at the Pizzaplex, doesn't have any friends, and really likes Roxy? Cassie, right? Security breach, Cassie hideaway. And that kind of ties into the other thing we found yesterday, which was that mechanics room. If we can bring Freddy with us, it's probably a bit safer. How do we get there? It's through Rockstar Row. Right? There's cool Cassie stuff already. I had no idea that there would be Cassie stuff like in Security Breach proper. Freddy looked like Chica scared you. We got some pretty good Freddy like standing ominously jump scares yesterday. We are going to... There was one small detail. Yeah, I agree. It's really smart. That's really why we're doing this, because there's a bunch of things that I reckon Stillwell has put into their world design that they just didn't have the chance with the gameplay of this game to like properly emphasize. Oh, we found out another really good thing about Monty. That's exactly what we're heading towards, Apollo. Oh, actually, we can grab this too. No, hold on. Let's move Freddy into a safe place before we blind him, because I think, yeah, there's still the security bots here. We need to grab this anyway. Boop. Hi, Freddy. Oh, we're gonna get a bunch of those today, aren't we? A bunch of the jump scares. Fredor? Fredor keeps breaking on me. Freddy looks shiny. He does look a bit shiny. You're right. I don't know why. So we've got a bunch of discarded Foxy memorabilia. I'm pretty sure we got a Chica toy out of this one, which is interesting because Chica and Foxy, especially with the Foxy rides, are very heavily associated. We've got the Mer-Chica that shows up constantly, and we also have the Madame Chica in Help Wanted 2, which, by the way, we are doing a 100% playthrough of Help Wanted 2 next weekend on the Saturday, but it might be Friday evening for you if you live in like America. And so be sure to not miss out. We played through the game before, but yeah. Freddy, that's getting really annoying, bud. Stop opening your stomach hatch. Stop it. Stop. Good. All right. Bunny picture. I'm pretty sure that this... I haven't seen this asset anywhere else in the game. A bunny picture on a mechanics table. Seems weird, right? Seems strange. But there is another thing in this room, I'm pretty sure. No, not this room. It's the next one. It's the next one over. In the US, and it's midnight. Hopefully, I will be starting earlier next weekend. And so that people can hang around for longer. I've been a bit late. So, the next door over was a mechanic's desk with a bunny. And then here we have a chair with a lollipop. And this kind of looks like a timeout chair, right? Or just something. The reason I actually point this out is that in Ruin, there's a chair like this in the plush trap room, right? with all the plush babies. Not plush trap, plush baby and scrap baby. Yes, in that room. I haven't started working on them yet. Because my stream days are like full time, I haven't had a chance to work on them, but I'll hopefully work on them this week. Because I really want to get some emotes done this week. I've got so many that are in like, you know, like clean line art phase. I just need to push on. I just need to keep going. I've just had so many. This year's been very busy so far. But yeah, so I think that room, those two rooms that we just looked at, the bunny picture. We know that Cassie's dad's favorite character is Bunny. Dude loves rabbits. And that lollipop that we saw is from the Chica Bakery. The log ride inside Ruin, footprints, and hands and stuff. We might actually get to Ruin. If we're fast enough today, we will maybe get to Ruin, and I would love to take a look at Ruin stuff and compare it to the things we find in this game. I also think about the log ride. We even see the log ride working, right? We get to play through the log ride in Help Wanted, and is it Help Wanted and Help Wanted 2? Are they two versions of the log ride? I forget. But another thing that I keep forgetting is the Pizzaplex has been open for a long time because of Cassie's dialogue. And we might have to open that again if you'll excuse the quick detour to a browser. Security breach collectibles. Because I think Cassie's dialogue is extremely interesting. We've got Ruin. This is why I tied together the two things I was talking about earlier with Cassie in the pirate ship. And in... Yeah, okay. Is it gonna open up? You gonna be cool and work for me, OBS? Here we go. Fixed it. The reason I tied Cassie in with the daycare and Foxy, right, is we have... I never slept better than I did in the daycare. I used to have so much fun in the daycare. Right, the daycare is for very little kids. And so, I guess it is also supervision, is I guess the other thing. So, she has a very positive relationship with Sun and Moon, which I think is kind of interesting because Gregory seems to have at least an antagonistic one with Moon. Can we also, I was thinking about Circus Baby's pizza theory. More sure about it? You slept on it? It was a good sleep? Nice one. A lot of Ruin connects to security breach because you come through the door at Bunny Ball that was blocked off by boxes. Yes, and there's a Monty... I believe there's a Monty figurine down there. We're going to head to Bunny Ball soon, so keep that in mind. Calling him a naughty boy. Yeah, I really want to get to Ruin today and see how Sun and Moon talk to Cassie. Because I haven't really paid too much attention to it. We also have... That log ride was so much fun. And we know the log ride's been shut down for a little while. At this point, the log ride has been shut down for a little while. So... Cassie's probably maybe older than she looks. Or the Pizzaplex has been open. And the Pizzaplex has been open for a long time. I find it interesting that it's from that old headset game. Help Wanted 1. Which... I'm not totally sure what games exist in the FNAF world, right? It's really hard to say at this point. What's she doing here? It's tough. It's tough. I'm still thinking through some stuff. Prototype? Oh, that's actually really interesting. We'll get to a lot of this. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But a prototype. Doesn't Freddy also have prototype written on his foot in Ruin? Isn't it funny when we play as Gregory, everything seems to be broken and shut down? Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, you're a Gregory. Gregory is fine. I want to be very clear. because we've talked about it. I don't have a problem with Gregory. I have a problem with people thinking that Vanessa is worse than Gregory because she's like apparently done all this stuff, and I'm like, where? Point to it. Which just looks like the other one. Reminds me of the one in the lobby. My dad used to collect these. Yeah, okay, no, I'm getting distracted. Well, this one is significant because this ties into the theory of her hiding under the log ride. Did we see something else? We did. But we can swap back to the game to look at this stuff. We're just doing the recap of the stuff we found last stream. So, hello Das Flowit, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We found a couple of cool things that we were able to put together. Is one of the big things we were talking about yesterday is sun and moon. And I think Apollo was putting it together really, really well, is that sun and moon share a lot of design features with the fun times, like the circus sort of aesthetic, with the baggy pants, the cheeks, and even more aesthetic similarities with the puppet, which is the most significant connection. Doing well, Orvel? I'm doing well. They have the really long arms, same way as the puppet, and they look like they have a detachable mask, something we do see, and is even highlighted in this game. We walked through it earlier, in that, that tunnel that has, it's a dark tunnel that has, white lights that go down it that look kind of like the puppets or Night Marion's, tentacles. Right outside of that tunnel, there is a arcade game that features the puppet that has, Night Marion, security puppet, regular puppet, and they all have different masks, right? So, the masks can be changed out. I mean, even look at the smile. Look at the smile. Very similar. And we know that Enid's mask is also something that can just be put on. I actually hadn't really thought about masks as a thing. Huh. Enid? Well, yeah, we can talk about Enid a little bit. Puppet kind of looks like a prototype, or a base, that can be added onto, since it's proven by Ruin's design of Eclipse that the clothing is removable and the legs are springs and sticks. We see Mont's legs, isn't it? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Because I'm sorry, not blah, 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 as I'm not paying attention. I've already read it. Yeah, funny, it looks like the other one. Absolutely. Fanny mask made a fake Freddy. He disappears. Yeah, right? AR literally augments reality. Absolutely. We have so much to talk about when we get to Ruin. The puppet is a security bot as well. The puppet is absolutely a security bot. The thing that I find really fascinating is that Sun is literally the one that says security alert, security alert. Meaning that in some respect, Sun and Moon are also security bots. Moon actually turns on when the other animatronics who serve as security robots turn off. Another thing that I think is very relevant to point out is, and we will get to it when we get to the Chica section, is the cult of the puppet staff bots. Is that the staff bots are security bots. And they get puppet features. So they're like the security puppet again. Not to mention that Sun and Moon themselves are puppets. I don't actually know if I said that out loud at this point. So the reason I bring all of that up is where we got these two figurines. We get the Sun figurine in the Curse of Dreadbear room. The one that has the projector that is looking at it's got all the dried out sticks and is looking at the projector, which if you remember in Help Wanted 1, above the projector is Dreadbear. Oh, and I think that's right. And then in the forest behind you, you've got like zombie, like withered bunny, withered chica, etc. And then we found the moon figure in the Build a Mangle minigame room. And the reason I bring these two up is that those are both Fall Fest 1983. Right, specifically Halloween Fall Fest 1983. And really, now I think about it, there's a couple of things I actually want to mention. Is that this is reinforced, Moon's presence specifically, is reinforced in 1983 because Moon is in so many of the Fall Fest minigames, like the I have heard of Call of the Void, Dazzler. I have, and it looks so good. I can't wait. I should post about it on the Discord because people need to support it. I want to play it. The Fall Fest games, like the carousel, Repair the Carousel, right? Moon shows up in that one. Moon also shows up in the Log Ride, which has a Fall Fest 1983 section. So I think this is pretty good information to indicate that both Sun and Moon, as well as the security puppet, were around during 1983. And we know that security puppet broke down during the death of Charlotte, right? Charlotte Henry. And so that was the last death of the Missing Children's incident. So Fazbear's closed down after that, after like a couple of years, and then reopened in 1987 with the new toy animatronics at that point. What time is it in my country? It is 5:15. A comparison appropriate? Nice. The other thing that is relevant, if that is true, right? If we're saying that Moon's presence in those games is important for the timeline, that means that Plush Babies is important as well. Not only Plush Babies, but Funtime Foxies. Because pretty much everything is pointing towards the fact that Toy Foxy, or Funtime Foxy, existed. I will be streaming in 4 hours, yes. I'm probably going to be streaming for like another 7 hours, so if you got to get your sleeps in, get them done. It's a good idea. I've been a proponent of the idea that, and actually the game kind of supports it. Hold on, see if I can. Where's the FNAF Lore website? FNAF Lore, phone transcripts. I'm gonna point this out because I find it super fascinating. There's a couple of things that I think are relevant for the timeline that, because they happened so early on, people have forgotten about them, but they didn't stop being true, if that makes sense, right? Like, Scott didn't forget about these details, we did. I'll see if I can bring it up. We've got the phone transcripts for FNAF 2, right? See you, Rainbow. Have a lovely sleep. Hopefully we will see you again. If not, we'll catch up later. It's been at 7 a.m. Nice. I'm glad that it's like, that's a good start time for Europe. So where are we looking? I promise we'll get back to Skewer to Preach in just a second. That old restaurant was left to rot for quite a while, talking about the year it took to even buy a new person, or to find a new buyer. They spent a small fortune on these new animatronics, facial recognition, advanced mobility. They even let them walk around during the day. Tied to a criminal database, no new system, blah, blah, blah. He said something about them trying to retrofit. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's probably down here, right? Yeah, okay. Naturally, you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location. We just use them for parts now. No idea. The idea at first was to repair them, retrofitting them. So they did try to fix the old ones, right? This is important, right? The old ones had a smell, right? There was a smell. They were ugly, and there was a smell. We get to night 3. Did Foxy ever appear in the hallway? Probably not. They tried to remake Foxy, you know. That's really curious. Remember, Phone Guy's favorite character is Foxy. And why would he feel the need to tell us this, right? If we just heard the previous 2 nights that they made new ones. But if you look, in this picture, it's Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica are the new face of Freddy Fazbear. Foxy is usually left out of these pictures, but I think it is significant that when this is being discussed, the new animatronics, he is not talking about Foxy. They thought the first one was too scary. That's entirely different reasoning to the other ones. So they made him more kid-friendly. Moved him to Kids Code. Toddlers can't keep their hands to themselves. The second location has, like, FNAF 2's location has been open for a week. That is not enough time for Mangle to become Mangle. And if we see Mangle in 1983 in the Fall Fest stuff, that kind of makes sense. Over from 1983 until 1987, Funtime Toy Foxy was in use. And over that time, turned into Mangle.
Was that the bite of 87?
That's right. And then did the bite of 87. Absolutely. Which, again, that's significant because Funtime Foxy and Toy Foxy, or Mangle, share the most design aspects of any characters, which kind of implies that either they're the same character. Oh yeah, the other piece of information that indicates that Funtime Foxy, like, predates basically everyone else is Funtime Foxy's presence in FNAF World. As the only Funtime there, and we even see Baby get created at the end of FNAF World. That's pretty much that whole line of thinking. The other significant theory we had, well, there's 2 more, from yesterday, is when was Monty upgraded? This is the thing about DJ Music Man. When was Monty upgraded? We get this message in the room that we're in right now, which is the rehearsal room, and it's called Understudy. I'm not a theatre major or anything like that. I have done some productions and stuff before, but I'm not going to call myself a professional by any means. The understudy is someone who learns from an actor in a role, usually about that role. And they can even fill in for them sometimes, right? So that actor gets sick, which is pretty much what happens here. But to be an understudy, you are acting. You are doing the thing that the person you are studying from does. And so with Bonnie out of commission, we are making Monty, who is the understudy of Bonnie, the new bass player. Parts and Service has already done the proper adjustments. This could be a good thing. If we go down here and look at the Monty upgrade, maintenance log, Montgomery's claws allow him to play the bass. Following performances, he usually uses them to cause damage. Defense repairs are getting costly. Monty has a stage. Monty has a stage in Monty Golf. Monty has been performing, right? Monty's been performing for a long time. He's Bonnie's understudy, but he can't play the bass if he doesn't have the claws, which is why they say that they've already done it. So Monty gets the claw upgrades to become Bonnie's understudy, learns from him for a while, and then Bonnie gets destroyed. I feel like that's like important to clear up, because a lot of people are like, it can't be Monty. Why would he have the claws before he attacks Bonnie? That's very scary. Roxy? How are you near here? What happened? Yes, so I think that it's the upgrade pieces that cause the animatronics to start exhibiting those negative traits, right? That the infection of Glitchtrap was in the parts that was used to upgrade them. So like Chica's voice box, Monty's claws, and Roxy's eyes. Which is kind of cool. It was like a Trojan on each of those mechanical parts. Which actually might give us the answer to what the prototype body for Freddy is. Because Freddy's head is the thing that detaches off of him, right? It is the body of Freddy that changes. So there's a chance that Freddy was going to be augmented to be like the Fun Times, like Funtime Freddy, where he has a compartment in his body that is used to lure kids and trap them inside. Right? That would also explain that if Gregory knew about the plans from the beginning, he would climb inside of Freddy's stomach hatch to escape once he was freed from his mind control after someone played the Balloon Boy game. Should we go do that now? What stuff could we do now? Actually, before we commit to doing Roxy, because that sort of starts things heading towards endgame, should we go and do the Sun and Moon Balloon Boy stuff right now? I think we should. We've played Princess Quest 1 and 2. Let's go do that. So yeah. Couple of thoughts. You're all good. That's okay. I know I was talking a lot. Those were some of the big ideas that we had yesterday. We were also talking about like Cassidy. Oh, that was another thing that I thought of is why is Old Man Consequences in Princess Quest? According to the game files, the princess is called Cassidy, sorry. And the last time we saw Old Man Consequences was in Ultimate Custom Night with Cassidy. But I don't know if that's still true, because they actually removed that name tag from the princess character, which I think we know about that because that information was in Help Wanted 1 flat mode, right? In Help Wanted 1's flat mode, we looked into the game files and saw that in Princess Quest, the princess was called Cassidy. And so, if the souls of Cassidy, or whatever Old Man Consequences is, are still hanging around, trying to fix things, I don't know, maybe we're wrong about the Mimic. Oh yeah, here you can see sort of like the wiring and how it starts behind the face mask. Right? I think MatPat also pointed out like the teeth that Sun and Moon have as being particularly old design things. I don't know about that. That's not something I know about, but interesting nonetheless. So yeah, we're heading over to the theater so we can head into hopefully the sunroom. Sun and Moon's like little quarters. We might come back here later again once we get Roxy's eyes to see if we've missed anything, because we almost certainly have.
Now enjoy the comedy stylings of Staffbot.
Woo, Staffbot. I think we've got everyone. We sure do. Does this open? It does. I thought we had to flash it or something. Cool. Fun secret area. Sun and Moon's room. Now I have no idea who was here. I understand the idea that it could be Gregory, but Sun and Moon say that they don't know Gregory. And we know that Cassie was around here, so possibly any children things that are around here could be Cassie's. Not Cassidy. I keep getting those names the wrong way around. Like it's possible. But again, it might just be that Sun has stuff. This is interesting though. A Staffbot that I believe this is damage caused by Monty? Not sure though. Not sure. Looks consistent to the damage of the Staffbots in his room, but it could be something else. There's actually a lot of specifically, I don't know, there's a Chica. Is there a Freddy in here at all? Other than you, my man? Why? Okay. If there isn't a Freddy in here, that might rule out Gregory entirely. Right? I have a feeling that Staffbot's abused Sun. Sun isn't a guy to fight. Might be Sun fighting back. True. Possible. Yeah, because we've got, what? A Monty, a Chica, Roxy. There's a Freddy pinata, but it is not a Freddy-shaped pinata. Unless it's in here? Clearly there's someone. It does make sense to assume that someone is in here. But that really makes me think it's Cassie. Oh, there's a Freddy, like, sleep suit, though. I don't know. Okay, we'll have to see what's in these boxes. We'll have to see. Golden Moon. Okay. Arcade Conspiracy. Exit interview. They are working together. The arcades, they are hiding something. The glitches. Glitch them all at the same time. Then the princess will recognize me. She's testing me. I am not yet worthy. The others are protecting it. Let me stay. I am so close. Just one more night, please. I can save the princess. Weird. I still think that this is possibly Cassie's dad. Right? As the engineer. Wouldn't be too weird for him to know about the thing. What I do think is strange is that then the princess will recognize me. The princess does recognize them. Oh. Okay, hold on. Work with me here. What if this person, it says welcome back. Help Wanted 2's trailer says welcome back. Oh my god. Oh, it probably is. Okay.
The next show will begin in 5
minutes. This is actually kind of fun. This is actually possibly really fun. Okay. Help Wanted 2's protagonist, I think, is Cassie's dad. Right? Clearly they get fired. All the human employees except for Vanessa get fired. Right? But Cassie's dad might be the person who turned 40. But that only takes them to 1995. That's not old enough. Would have to be older. He must be older. How old's Cassie? If we say Cassie's like 15, right? She doesn't seem like she's 15, but let's just say she's 15. What year does that take us to? 2020, right? 2020. You know, kids, let's say he had a kid at 20, just to keep the numbers round, right? So you had a kid at 20, that's 2000. How much younger can we get? 1983 is 17 years. Because his dad could have had a kid at 37. That's not that strange. Like, it's not a crazy age to have a kid. It's kind of late, but it's not that terrible, especially if he's a professional, like a professional engineer or something. I don't know. The reason, but that would mean he was born that year, which is still way too young. Unless he was like really young when the MCI happened. What I'm talking about here, to cut to the chase, is if the princess is Cassidy, not Vanessa, then there are a very limited number of people that Cassidy could recognize. You know, had a kid at 38, exactly, right? And so the thing is that like the benefit that Cassie's dad has, opposed to it being Cassie's mum, is that men don't have a menopause situation. Men can have kids their entire lives, whereas women, well, sorry, I should be specific. Cis men and cis women are who I'm referring to right now. Just to be inclusive. They can, like, cis men can have kids their entire lives. Whereas cis women have up until menopause, right? That's just biology. So Cassie's dad, if it is Cassie's dad, could be any age. I'm just trying to be reasonable, right? Because if I wanted to say that he was, I don't know, let's say 10 in 1983 around the MCI, that puts him at 48, right? Which is, again, not impossible. You focus on stuff your entire life. Maybe you have a traumatic childhood. You wait a while. You don't find someone for a long time. But I don't know. It did say, actually, you know what? That's actually, we have evidence to support Cassie's dad being old. I just realized. These lunchboxes, this is from that old cartoon. We talked about this cartoon. We talked about this being like the 70s Fazbear cartoon. Right? If he was collecting these lunchboxes, he actually may be quite old. He might be very, like, you know, middle-aged, nearing retirement age. Right? That's kind of possible for him to be like, what, let's say a 7-year-old. Okay, if he's 7 in 83. If he's 7 in 83... No, okay, the actual theory is that he's Bonnie Bro. You know Foxy Bro in the FNAF 4 cutscenes? Your mum has a ton? I have some. And I'm not even that old. The Foxy Bro was probably, I think my working theory is that it's either Bonnie, the Bonnie kid, Jeremy, or Michael working at FNAF 2's location. It could even be both of them, right? And it's a summer job, so that's a part-time job that a teenager gets. So let's say they're like 18. If they're 18 in 87, they're 14. They do kind of look like teenagers in FNAF 4 in FNAF 4. So if he's, what? Let's go with that. Let's say they are 14 14 in FNAF 4, which is 1983. So if we go 2035 minus 1983, and then we add 14, 66 now, circa security breach, 66. And we minus Cassie's age. Let's say Cassie's like 12. Why not? She seems like, you know, early teen, tween sort of thing. Having a kid at 54. That's not. Hold on. What year is that? Oh, actually, hold on. What year is that? 20. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Let's say, like August or October. I think so. I think it's like, I think the first one's 11/12 or something like that. Which in FNAF 2, which is November, I think. Something I want to point out, if Cassie is 12, that means that she was born in 2023, which is the year, 2023 is the year that Bazbeth Rights burned down. If Michael and Cassie's dad are friends, which is what I'm saying is the case with Foxy Bro and Bonnie Bro, right? If they're friends, maybe Michael's like, I killed Springtrap, it's over in 2023. And he's like, all right, it's done. I can settle down. Not Michael, but Cassie's dad. And so he actually does start a family at that point. But then we have shouldn't Henry play a part in this? Possibly. We can talk about Henry in a bit. I don't know how he fits into what we're talking about right now, though. Where is it? It's like it's happening again. Why did you reopen? Everyone remembers what happens to those kids. I wonder if that's him. I wonder if that's him. The princess remember me. Because if it is the Bonnie Bro, right? The kid that lifted Crying Child along with Michael to put into Fredbear's mouth, who went crunch, bite of 83. That explains why we find the mask in Help Wanted 2. The Bonnie mask. Because when we play through Princess Quest 4, we don't know who we're playing as. We don't know who we're playing as in Help Wanted 2. We are the only human employee, probably aside from Vanessa, at the Pizzaplex at that point. That's what the trailer says. You're the only human employee. We get the "What makes you so special" dialogue. And there's another thing we get. I'm forgetting. We also get the sister location elevator that says "Welcome back for another week." Right? Like, welcome back. Which makes sense if they got fired and they got brought back, right? In Princess Quest 4, if we assume the princess is Cassidy, she walks up to the person playing Princess Quest 4 and hands them the sword so that they can continue the quest. Or in another way of saying, the princess does recognize him. The princess recognizes Cassie's dad. Which, oh my god, that's why her name's Cassie. That's why he named his daughter Cassie. Because Cassidy was a childhood friend. Maybe that's why Cassidy was the one you should not have killed. Because Cassidy was Michael's friend. Like, Michael and Bonnie, like, Cassie's dad's friend, like, close friend. And William kills Cassidy. And that's what sets Michael and this Cassie's father against him, like, actively. I think there's a lot there. I honestly think that there's a lot of potential weight to that theory. It would also explain, if he's such a big Bonnie fan, why the Vanny mask is the way that it is. Because let's talk about post-security breach, right? After security breach, we know that Gregory, Vanessa, and Freddy's head escape, right? Then we know that at some point, these people came back, created the Vanny network, created the Vanny mask, and built Mixis or whatever to keep the mimic sealed away. That seems like an awful lot of work for, like, we know that Gregory, Vanessa, and Cassie's dad are all very technologically oriented people. Like, Gregory is a very good hacker. He hacks Freddy at the start of the game. That's why Freddy has a breakdown. We know that Cassie's dad's a technician, and we know that Vanessa was a video game programmer before she was a security guard, which is where she actually encountered. She was a beta tester on Help Wanted 1. That also explains why Princess Quest takes place in the FNAF 1 location, which Vanessa has no reason to have ever been there. It's like it's too old for her. Vanessa doesn't even look like she's 35, right? Which would be, yeah, if, like, what, 35, add another 10 years basically, because it's 1993 FNAF 1. That's, yeah, she's not 45. There's no way. I think the princess is Cassidy. I think that this is Cassie's dad, and that is why his daughter's name is Cassie. That's I feel that. I feel that very strongly. That's why he's here. That's where I'm going all in on that idea. I'm very happy with that. Princess Quest 2 maintenance log won't boot properly. It shuts down when you try to play. It's like it's personal. Like it's personal. That's extremely interesting. Like it's personal. He's talking about these machines like they're haunted. And they are. They are haunted because there's also the comment about... Where is it? These messages have been like reshuffled when we've reloaded the game, I think. Where is it? I'm looking for the ones on the video games. No record of Princess Quest 3 arcade, yet there is a cabinet tucked away in Phazzablast. It won't work though. Sometimes I hear it in a track mode, but I've never seen a single image display. Too creepy. Leave it where it is, at least until I play part 1 and 2. It's like it's personal. Okay. Why is it over there? Why is that a arcade over there? It seems to work well otherwise. Chica feeding frenzy in the bakery won't turn off. Even when it's unplugged, the game just kept running. There's no way it had that much residual charge. This one's been acting up over time. Starts to glitch. Guess I'll check it out. I'm interested in this. Check it out after the company meeting. That's when you got fired, though. That's the exit interview. I don't know. There's a couple of things that I might need to iron out with that idea, but I feel like there's a bunch of information there that contributes decently to what we were just talking about. There wouldn't happen to be any like secret puppets or anything up here. How does Henry tie into things? It was a good question. We'll go back to that question. How does Henry tie into things? Henry, in FNAF 1, it said someone got prosecuted for the disappearances of the children, which were definite like murder cases, I think there's a genuine chance that Henry went to prison from 1985, like onwards, or maybe 1987 or something. And just like, it wasn't until like 2024 that when we get Pizzeria Sim that he actually re-emerged. Wait, can I click? Yeah, okay. Balloon Boy and Son is an interesting thing to note. Both seemingly old characters. Well, all we're trying to do here is get the Easter egg, basically. I don't know if the carnival has anything to do with it. Let me swap to Moon. I don't know. Does anyone have any thoughts about like why Henry just sort of like disappears off the map for such a long time? Like Charlotte's death, maybe? And just put him into a depression or something? He seems like he doesn't understand how his actions created a lot of the events that occurred. I'm not gonna get any of these hats. So bad. Well, because, like, he disappears. If, like, we assume that Henry's, like, the original owner of Fredbear's Family Diner, right? Like, it's his thing. To the point that it seems like Phone Guy doesn't even know about him. Because Phone Guy is like, we're going to try to contact the original owners. I think the place is called Fredbear's Family Diner or something like that. But he doesn't know who Henry is. Otherwise he'd say it. And Phone Guy's been there for a really long time. God, I feel so emboldened about that. Cassie's dad theory now. I think like I finally found like the links in it that were making it not work before. I made that anyway. Sorry, I'm gonna try and read chat, but the Flappy Bird. Oh, that. I thought the top two logs were the same height. Whatever. Okay. One of the owners of Fazbear Entertainment. He has to play a big part. Yeah, maybe William forced him into hiding after threatening him. If not William, then someone else. It seems like his dialogue in Pizzeria Sim seemed to indicate that he didn't actually understand the depths of the depravity that William was going to. Okay, I mean, there is a chance, right? A lot of this actually comes down to when did William get locked behind the wall? You know how, like, when did William get spring locked, right? Because I think it had to be before FNAF 1. And I know what people are thinking, right? How could it be before FNAF 1 when he takes apart the animatronics? And I agree with you. It annoys me so much too. But it is important to note, right? If William taking apart the animatronics and doing that releases the souls from them, then why do we need the Happiest Day minigame? Because think about it, right? The regular ending for that game is William opens up the animatronics and then he gets scared by Cassidy's ghost into the Springlock suit. It springs and those souls like fade off the screen. But then you get the helmet shot after that, like the animatronic heads after that one, and they all have lights still on inside of them. So clearly just taking the animatronics apart doesn't do anything. We also know that the toys have parts from the original ones, right? It doesn't mean anything. There's also a trap with the suits, not the endos, I think. Specifically Golden Freddy makes me think that. And also because in the puppet minigame, the Give Life minigame, you're putting the characters' heads on, or their masks, instead of putting them like in suits proper, right? If that makes sense. It's like this, it's the character, not the endo. And so like if the lights are still on in the suit heads and stuff, that means the souls are still there, but the souls aren't there if you do Happiest Day, which means that excising the spirits from the suits is not the same as just taking them apart, which is what William did. Which means that essentially at any point after 1987, or perhaps actually, you know what, immediately after 1987, he broke into the FNAF 1 pizzeria and took them apart and then got sealed into the wall, and that's why Michael goes there to try to find him, because he says he's trying to find him after Sis location. And yeah, that's the idea. And so maybe on Henry's part, if William, like, let's say at the earliest point, 1988, right? The year after FNAF 2, the FNAF 1 restaurant opens up, and like William gets spring-trapped, like spring-locked, and he gets sealed up behind a wall. You know? He just gets sealed in. It doesn't change any of the events, I don't believe. All it does is it makes, like, no kids get killed at that restaurant, because that's another thing, actually. No kids do get killed at the FNAF 1 restaurant. We know that kids got killed in the Missing Children's incident. We know that kids get killed in the FNAF 2 restaurant. We see it in one of the death minigames. We don't see any dead kids, I don't think, in that first restaurant. The closest we get to that is Foxy Go Go Go, but that doesn't make sense because that would be a future sight thing instead of seeing the past. Because the Foxy Go 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 blah, 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 has to take place in 87 or earlier, right? It's a memory. So, yeah, I think William was out of action circa 1993. And if William's out of action, what does Henry need to do? It isn't until William gets freed in 2023 that Henry's like, all right, I didn't know that this guy was this bad way back when, and so I've got to end this now. That's my thinking anyway. That could be it. But I mean, Henry isn't a good person. Like, a lot of Fazbear's practices are very old, and that means that Henry must have had at least some part in them. Honestly, no idea what that is supposed to indicate. I mean, yay. I mean, the theory is that Cassie's dad already played this game and freed Gregory, but we did it. We did it! We got the weird glitch thing. Congrats. Go us. We did that for completion's sake. But I think what we were just talking about with, not just talking about, what we talked about earlier. Oh, that is a Freddy shoe. That is a Freddy shoe. It's a Freddy shoe. Freddy suit. Mesa size. I think that's a Chica shirt. I think we actually have that one. Hold on, let's see if we can see what shirt that is. Clothes. It's another Chica one. I think. Yeah, no, it's got the gradient. It's the Chica one. So Chica shirt, Chica jumper, Roxy toy, Freddy like jumpsuit, which is interesting, but like no. Oh, Freddy and me, Monty, Roxy picture, the whole band. I'm just thinking about what Cassie's like dialogue was, right? I've never slept better than anyone. Like I've never slept better than I did in the daycare, right? Like maybe this is her little hideaway up here, purely because of the lack of Freddy memorabilia that would indicate it being Gregory. Hi, Freddy. That was a fun little jump scare. I scare myself more with Freddy than anything else in this game, honestly. I set myself up for failure. But wow, okay, what a theory-heavy opening to this stream. Basically, all we've done is walk to the daycare and then spend an hour talking about theories. You're done with the comparison chart? I would love to see it. You able to put it on the... Oh, I wonder if we were supposed to be able to interact with that. That took an hour. I know. So much. There's so much. This is why I had this idea. Right? There's so much information just in the aesthetics of these games that I think we're just very easily overlooked. Because, I don't know, the game was buggy. It is buggy. And it's kind of overwhelming. Like, it's easy to look at the Pizzaplex and be like, oh, what wasted space, instead of what interesting things are here. You know? Do I have a Discord? Absolutely I do. If you type !Discord into the chat, it should come up with a link, or you can go to the About section on the stream, and there should be a link there. We have, if it's a theory, you can put it in theory chat, or if it's something you've made, you can put it in stuff we made, and I can take a look. I don't know. Maybe I should take another look at Mesa size at some point. You know?
Did you know that bears
We'll go get Roxy's eyes first.
more than honey? It's true. Before their extinction, bears
Exclamation mark Discord. Yeah, you did it. I should put that in as a command as well. Figure out a way to just have what you've typed work. It could be fun. Just because I like imagining the surprise of people that do it and like, oh, that works. Mesa size, the cupcakes, Monty Golf, Pirate Cove. Oh, that's the arcade. The other arcade. Prize, entry, daycare. Oh, these maps are like actually terrible. There actually is like a location we haven't walked yet. And we'll go, you know what? We'll go do that. Because there's one place I don't think I've actually laid eyes on in this playthrough yet, other than like Bonnie Bowl. And we'll... Yeah. You did it? What did you do? What happened? Did I miss something? Apologies if I did. I'm gonna grab my phone so I can see what Apollo posts. Boop. And welcome. You know what it's called, the directory, even though it never gives any direction to anywhere? Yeah. It's bad. It's not a good map. I really wish this game had a better map, because finding out how the locations actually connect is jump scare worthy. Is there anything over here? No, we did walk over here. It just like... Okay, so this is the main entrance to the salon, where there's the secondary entrance. Right. Right. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That makes sense. In my head, I get it. I want to go this way. Just realized where I was walking. Okay. Freddy? Oh, we got very close to this gate. That... Yep, sure. Sure thing, bud. Sure. Terrifying. The soft little Freddy? Wet floor sign. Okay. We need to go fix the robot head, yeah? I like you a lot, Roxy. I do. It's true. Fond. We are grabbing the recharge just so we have Freddy on full, because it is very stressful getting out of the Roxy section. We want to have Freddy nearby. Bonnie. Bonnie gave Scott Cawthon nightmares. How'd I do? Did I get it right? I think I got it right, didn't I? I think I did it. I think you didn't expect me to get it. Yeah. Noise. Superhero landing. No. Her landing was actually cooler. Sorry, Roxy. It's always about it. I don't like hurting Roxy. She doesn't deserve it. Okay, the evil part of her deserves it. I actually think Cassie probably is part of like the investigate the Pizzaplex crew. Because she knows about Vanessa, right? She knows about Vanessa. She also... She has the walkie-talkie on her. And she doesn't seem to be like, why are you at the Pizzaplex? Why are you at this destroyed location? I think Cassie really knows some stuff. You did it? Nice. Okay. I'm gonna look at this before we start the Roxy section. And... we have hello. Hearing ideas. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a ton to this. Oh, we're gonna have to look at this. Oh, this is great. Okay, yeah. I'll bring this up on stream in a minute. How about... oh, we've talked about a lot of lore in this first bit, so let's do some gameplay, and then we'll do a huge look at that, because I think that looks extremely interesting, and I'm so excited. Did she just come right back? No.
My hair is ruined.
Not yet, sweetie. Your hair's not ruined, it's shattered.
I heard that.
You sure did. Oh, what Shadow Bunny's like full like name? It's like RX something.
Loser.
It's like Rixisipisible or whatever. I haven't played like old the custom mate that forces you to type it. I just know that a lot of the, yeah, RxQ, basically, right? I just know that a lot of the keys are on the left-hand side of the keyboard.
It's not fair. He must be cheating. I just need a little work done. Why are you hiding from me?
Does she even come backwards?
You can't hide forever.
I don't think she does. Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of people say RxQ. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not RxQ?
Where are you? I can hear you.
Maybe it's because I hear other things that have X in them pretty early, like XQC and stuff. Like RxQ, XQC might be the thing. Yes, the Mandela effect. The Bernstein Bears, and when did Nelson Mandela die? Or did Nelson Mandela die? In jail. Mandela effect is very fascinating. If anything, it's not that there's an alternate reality, it's that your memory is fallible. And you shouldn't just take things that you heard once upon a time as fact. Shadow Bunny is XQC. That's right. You got very famous for saying a homophobic thing. That's all you gotta do. Just be homophobic once on stream and have a scandal, and you're set for life. Also be a actually talented entertainer and video game player. I can't wait for that to get clipped out of context. Overwatch League was a wild time. You want to know everyone's favorite FNAF animatronics? So do I, as is. My favorite, depending on the era, right? If we're talking about the Scott Cawthon era of games, it is the puppet. I really like the marionette. If we're talking about the Still Wool era, it is Roxanne Wolf is my favorite. And then Circus Baby is a permanent fave between those two eras. What's your favorite, Aziz? You roasted Topper Guild for YouTube. Nearly 7k subs. Honestly, your favorite one is... Yeah, that's fair. Lolbit or Plush Trap. They're cute. Lolbit or Plush Trap. They're both good. What's going on, Freddy Fazbear? Are you ready to get new eyes? It looks like yes. It's like, Freddy, that blink wasn't very good. You didn't fully cover your eyes with that blink, and then I remembered he's a robot, and he probably doesn't need to wet his eyeballs. So, maybe I'm just overly concerned. Let's recharge Freddy, because I don't know if what we're about to do does that or not. We should save, because Moon shows up immediately, right? Moon shows up right away. I hate Moon. I want the last question of FNAF? Sure. Hit me up. It was Henry's daughter. Are we talking about the books or the like the games? Because if it's the books, then it's Charlie. But if it's the games, then I think it's Charlotte. And Emily is the last name according to the books. I don't think that's ever been said in the games, though. Technically, Henry isn't even in the games. It's HNY or whatever. We just assume it is.
The protective cylinder.
It oils their eyes? I like that. Or like it's like a microfiber. They've got microfiber on the inside of their eyelids.
Let's begin by removing Freddy's face. Press Freddy's nose to remove skull housing.
Honk.
Carefully detach
It should
the
honk.
ocular connectors.
It should honk. Right? Sorry, I have to hard
Great.
focus when I
Plug
do
the
these.
replacement eyes into
You're
the
all
open
good.
eye sockets. Well done. Reattach the ocular connector wires. It is
Nice.
time to close the faceplate.
Cool. Kill.
Commence testing phase.
You have to be so specific where you click in these games. It's really annoying. Yellow. Yellow. Red. Yellow. Red. Blue. Yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue, yellow. Red, blue, yellow. Yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue. We done? Okay, one more. Yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue, green. That was a fun pattern, that one. Nice. I have not read the novel trilogy. So I don't know.
How are your new eyes?
Yours is Foxy. In all games, but in Security Breach, it's Sun, Moon, and in Ruin, it is Eclipse. Those are wonderful choices. I like those a lot.
Really? I didn't know
FNAF
Roxy
has
could
such
see
good
through
characters all
walls.
around.
These are Roxy's eyes?
Well, yeah. There was an accident in the raceway.
What are the chances of seeing RWQ in
Well, nothing seems to stop her.
in FNAF 2? Whatever answer you have
Good news. It
is
almost
probably
6
wrong.
o'clock. You will be safe now if you find an exit. But hurry, the daycare attendant is loose one last time.
Just so you know. Because there is a coding bug in that game
Eyes are amazing.
due to it
There are
running
wondrous
at
colors
a
and objects
lower
I
bit
never
rate
knew
than the
existed.
number that Scott
Nothing can
entered,
hide from
which
me
was
now.
like 10 or 100,000 or whatever. And so it can't actually run the odds at that level, and so it is actually far more likely that you will see RWQ and Golden Freddy and stuff in the first one than Scott intended. So the number in the coding is wrong because of how the coding works. But as for the number that Scott put in, I don't know of by heart. Well, we'll come back and get that one. I did say 10,000. Yeah, 16,384. I do remember 395,248 off by heart. Sun, Moon, and
Little
Utilities?
man,
Valid.
You know what time it is? The
Yeah,
doors
it's
are
5:52.
open. Why are you you still here?
She sure is.
You plan on moving in, or you just want a job? Maybe join the internship
She sure
program.
is.
You would make a great security guard. Gregory, I think you deserve a reward.
Don't talk to me like
Go
that.
check the main stage.
Don't talk to me like that. Stop it. Stop. Stop. No.
Did you know that birthday wishes only come true at Freddy Fazbear's? It's true. Kids who have home
The book
birthdays have
says
more
that like
friends and parents
Gregory's
who
like
love them.
15.
This has been another fun Fazbear.
And I don't disbelieve that. Right? Like 15, that's not actually that strange of an age. So I guess the strategy that she's trying like makes sense kind of. But no. No.
Freddy, it's open. Let's go.
He might actually be 15.
No.
He's in high school,
I
definitely.
cannot exit this facility.
In GGY.
Of course you can. Come on. We can hide you somewhere.
He just
Without a
apparently
recharge
hasn't hit
station,
puberty yet.
my systems would shut down within an hour. It is a safety precaution.
His
It
voice is
is
higher than mine.
My design. This is where I must stay.
Active lie.
Do not return.
You got a
will
second wind
never
earlier.
be
What are you
safe.
talking about?
I will miss you.
Freddy, if I leave now, nothing will change, will it?
Hello there.
There will be more disappearances.
Hello, Lazy. Welcome back to the stream. How are you
Yes.
doing today?
I am afraid that is correct. Gregory, you have a choice to make.
This
The
should
door
prove
is
amusing.
open, and you
Time to
can
stay,
go.
bud.
You are staying?
We are
I
staying.
am glad. Here, I found this part.
hydrant? That's a good one.
There are
Hydrant and
areas
posture
we have
check.
not
Thank you.
investigated. Lead the way.
This should prove
superstar.
amusing.
Thank you, Apollo, for all of the redeems. Stretch my legs. I'm using my standing desk again, which is good. Okay. Fregery, where are we going? Chillax. I like the redeems. They're useful. Useful to my health and well-being. Do we have any things to grab in this area, or did we do a pretty good job in getting them earlier? It kind of looks like we did a decent job. We'll go check the theater, shall we? That's why we're here. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I got distracted with the whole stress of the rebuild section. We need to look at that comparison. Absolutely, thank you. It looks so good. It's got puppet on it, and I love the puppet. I am completely normal about the puppet. As anyone who watches this stream regularly can attest, I am normal about Roxanne Wolf, Circus Baby, and the puppet. Alright, let's, that save station doesn't work, so we're just gonna have to hope the game doesn't crash. Because the game is clever, and it knows not to crash on us. Isn't that right? We should go save. We should go save, otherwise we have to do that whole segment again. Sorry. It doesn't like being alt-tabbed, is the thing. Pretty much every time I've had security reach alt-tab for a significant amount of time, it has been like, crash? Crash. And it's a real problem. There have been times that I've had like the main screen of security breach open, like pre-stream, like getting ready to start a stream, and it's crashed on that screen. Like when I walk away for like 5 minutes to get something ready. It's bad.
Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex.
How old's Hand Unit getting? Or has Hand Unit been a robot the whole time? I guess Hand Unit has been a robot the whole time. He says that. He's a pretty good voice modulator though. Which actually really does tie into the idea that the Fun Times do have good voice mimicking capabilities. Alright. Hit up the save point, and let's go look at this amazing thing that was made for us. Let's put that on the browser window. Make sure I've got the chat open so I can see what everyone's saying. Every single student unit at some point. In fact, hydrate, chest and boob. Noise. FNAF 4 Foxy. Nightmare Foxy is extremely cool. Aziz, you're right. Hello, the short goes. Welcome back. You got to get ready for school. Well, hopefully we can start energizing your day, right? Get you hype, get you ready. Start your Monday off positively, you know? So this was made for us by the lovely Apollo, and posted on the Discord. So if you want to go and take a look at it yourself, it should just be on the Discord. We have a comparison of the visual designs of the different iterations of what we are saying are the various puppets / clowns in the series, trying to indicate that Security Puppet, Sun and Moon, and Eclipse, probably from relatively the same era and sort of like the fun time explosion of characters. Hello, Spade. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing today? We are doing a Security Breach lore stream, and we are checking out the wonderful visual comparison that Apollo has made for us. So, should I just start at the top left and look through? Let's take a look at some of the details highlighted here. We have the removable mask, kind of like Enid's, and it also has a split mask that when you play through Sister Location, you can see Enid's mask in that main room, except on the 5th night, as it has been taken. So it's reasonable to say that the masks come off, like they are put on, they are able to be taken off as well. So we have a nearly blank eye, which I'm sure that there's going to be all the different color-coded comparisons. I don't. Is there a good place to start, or should we just like go through? The button, yeah, actually, the button is present in the purple. All have the buttons in the same place, all have the cheeks bulge. This is a really good thing to point out, this singular button, because it's not only just on them. I believe that all of the fun times. Yeah, okay, we'll just go through color by color. Your legs are dying after playing Pokemon Go hunting raids. That seems like a pretty good day. Seems like a really fun day. They don't all have a button, but every one of the fun times actually has like a circular indent on them. For Circus Baby, it's like the little fan that she has. For Funtime Foxy, it's like a speaker. I think Freddy has one as well. It's a button, and he has buttons. Okay, we'll go through by color. That was the purple one. The nearly blank eye, the yellow. All have blank eyes that could potentially be painted when masks are swapped. That's a good observation, right? Nearly blank eye, nearly blank eye, nearly blank. Yeah. Enids are specifically the endoskeleton eyes, which the puppets don't have. So we're not trying to say that Enid and like the puppet or Sun and Moon are of the same thing. Like clearly Enid is like an endo, kind of like what Circus Baby has on the interior, but that they that the Funtime animatronics had a brand of puppets alongside them. Yeah, there's also obviously like the comparison between like the sleep hat and the hat that all Jester clown themed robots plus Circus Baby SP This is really good. Apollo, this is really good. SP, oh my god, why can I not think of SP? Security Breach. Security Puppet, of course. It makes so much sense. And are all similar designs, suggesting they're from the same era. Absolutely. The torso, the green circle, we've got the kind of like wine glass shape of the like a Y shape, if that makes sense, a filled in Y, of just like here, here, and then down. Yeah, I get that. That's very ribcage torso, but it is extremely similar. It's even kind of similar on the endo itself, which is, you know, I'm gonna call that a link. Triangle. Yeah, exactly. Share long legs plus very simple legs. Eclipse only has springs on sticks. So we have the long ass legs, long legs, yeah, puppet long legs, long, yeah. Majority of a body is the legs, but they have extremely small torsos in comparison to how long their legs are. They're extremely lanky is the thing. And you can even see that, right? They emphasize the puppet's lankiness, like default puppet, and how lanky it is in the first Help Wanted game. Like if you lose to the puppet in Help Wanted 1, as it walks down the hallway, it's like extremely lanky. The bodies look the same, exactly, right? This is what I'm trying to emphasize, is that I think that Sun, Moon, and Eclipse, or just Eclipse rather, was built in the same era that the security puppet was, and Apollo has done a fantastic job of taking that further and comparing all the design aspects, right? The bodies look the same. It's like there's a different item on their chest. Yeah. The puppets have buttons, which is interesting. Yes, all have buttons in the same place and have cheeks bulged, right? Not just rosy cheeks. They have a actual kink, like on their cheekbone, to emphasize where the little cheek thing is. Which Circus Baby also has a little bit, but I think that's supposed to be like baby fat, as well as like doubling as the cheek bulge. Removable masks that can be swapped. Fun Times also share this trait. Enid, Puppet, Security Puppet, like, and Sun and Moon's masks actually change between one of three actually. Triangle shaped torso. Yep. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with chat as well. Make sure I have both chats open. Compared to Circus Baby and Enid, you can see the difference in proportion from torso to leg. That's another good point, right? See, and just how thick the legs are as well. In like these are sticks. The actual chest is more filled out than the legs are. Whereas with Circus Baby and Enid, proportionally, the difference isn't as significant. But also the torsos are longer on at least Enid. It's hard to tell because of the skirt on Circus Baby. But another really good point is the arm length, which I think you brought up. You brought up yesterday on stream. Anyway, let's keep going with the colors. We'll go down the list and we'll point them out. Sun, Moon, Eclipse's clothes can be removed, as seen on Ruined Eclipse. They are held up by very light material, chicken wire, that could be easily changed. Which does sort of make sense, right? For a couple of reasons. Sun and Moon are actors. They have different outfits. And they are also lightweight puppets. Which means that they get like picked up by their strings and ferried to other locations. So they can't be too heavy. If you fully took off Sun and Moon's mask, could it be similar to the Mimic? Great question. We wanted to go check out the cinema, so we can go take a look at this statue on the way. Apparently, I think yes, actually, because, hold on. This is the thing that MatPat pointed out that I was like, I don't remember where I've heard this. I mentioned it earlier. The teeth. The teeth on Eclipse here, right? One, it indicates that you can take off the mask. There's something underneath it. But the teeth they ambulate on their own, like they can move back and forth independently, which I think is something that a mimic can do as well. If you give me a second to just look that up. Mimic security breach. Images. There's a good picture of the mimic. That's not bad. Yeah, the weird little teeth it has. Make that visible again. So if you see here, right? Like its teeth have little pegs on them as well that are independent and all move. Also, the eye size is very similar between the mimic and sun and moon. It's interesting. But yeah. I think there is like an endo, like a similar endo to this. Does it even have the same like curve to the jaw? Like into this little bit here, like with the red wires? It kind of does, right? Not exactly the same. I doubt it would be exactly the same. Individual tooths, yeah. The mimic looks like a mix of the sun, moon, and puppet. It genuinely could be. Because I am a firm proponent of the idea that the mimic has been around since the missing children's incident. And the reason, okay, this will take a second to explain, as all FNAF lore does, but something significant about the missing children's incident, right, is that during it, springlock suits stopped being used. We know that William was in... Okay, this isn't conclusive evidence, but I'm still going to point it out. We know that for Susie's death, William was in the spring bodysuit, right? We also know that around that time, there was the message sent out to all employees that the springlock suits are not to be worn under any circumstances, which also kind of adds some context to when Crying Child died, because we actually see in FNAF 4 someone being put into a springlock suit. And that is given more context by the next phone call, which is, hey, we noticed that like no guest is supposed to be taken into the back rooms, like the secret, super secret back room. And we've also noticed that one of the springlock suits, specifically the spring bunny suit, has been significantly moved. We remind you that those suits are not to be worn, but we are free of liability. Do as you wish, right? So those phone calls are happening during the MCI. Like those recordings are from the MCI era, where like either William... It's actually probably William took Susie and Fritz, the first two, because according to the newspapers in FNAF 1, 2 kids were lured first, and then 3 more disappeared later, totaling 5. So Susie, Fritz were lured into probably the back room without the camera, killed there, hidden there, and someone's noticed that the spring suit has been moved, and like the spring locks broke. Possibly the Crying Child death incident, like that was the spring lock failure. And then William has kept using the suit after that, and that's when they noticed the suit was moving around. That's not a concrete timeline, but we know that those 3 events had to happen sometime near each other, because it is impossible for William to be putting a springlock suit on someone after the company has banned them, right? It just can't happen. Fazbear's negligent, but it's not that bad. But once a thing, like if Fazbear banned something, they're not going to, it's because there's a lawsuit, right? And they're not going to risk that happening again. Yeah, oh, no child murder. They were fine with that. It's the other thing. Anyway. Yes, the ability to swap out their clothing. Very rudimentary is another great thing to point out. These are all very simple things. Like, a lot of the puppet stuff was just painted directly onto it, which also ties into the idea that the puppet is maybe like made of, I don't know, something almost wooden. Like with how Circus Baby also seems not to be made necessarily of metal, but of wood. There's a bit of a different like materials thing happening at the time. Like plastic was brought in a lot more. Like the masks are very plasticky. But the security puppet is very shiny, where puppet is very matte. Like there's no real shine to it. It's just, like maybe it's dulled over time. It's hard to say. Oh, I just noticed, color theory. Different materials, exactly. I've been wondering about the amount of blue in these games. Freddy has blue on him, right? Another significant change is that Bonnie was originally purple. I think Bonnie was originally purple and then he was made blue, right? And if we look at the security puppet, blue tears, purple tears. That is genuinely the first time I noticed that. Blue tears into purple tears. Huh. I wonder if there is something to that. I mean, because Scott actually would have had to have designed Security Puppet to have blue tears, not purple ones, so probably worth pointing out. All Jester clown-themed robots, yeah. Like, they are all part of this same clown Jester, like, look at the shoes. Look at the Jester hats, like the clown nose. Not to mention, like, the honking noses. Like, there's a genuine like through line between Scott adding the ability to honk Freddy's nose and thinking about clowns. Like, you can see that Sun and Moon's mask look like wooden plastic as well. Yeah, it really does. Especially like sort of like the nose bit kind of seems wooden. Actually, how does it break? What's the breakage line look like? Yeah, I just think he likes the honk as well. But it might have steered him into the direction of making honkable, you know. Another thing that is important to point out is that you mentioned the nose of Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy's nose is also shared with the Biddy Babs, right? And Circus Baby. I don't know if you mentioned that. I feel like you mentioned someone sharing a nose, but I don't remember which character you mentioned. Yeah, Biddy Babs have the same nose as Balloon Boy. And Circus Babies comes close. It's why I've been saying it for so long. Maybe since Shelly died out in the rain, when the puppet went out there, the rain could have washed away some glossy stuff on her. It's not very, yeah. That's a decent point, right? Could have turned it from shiny to matte because of the rain. Possibly. You mean comic Circus Baby? Right, yeah. They'll have that like sort of like independent, detached nose. I mean, and there's also, I think that Balloon Boy and Circus Baby were supposed to be paired together. And yeah, it makes a lot of sense that they were supposed to be paired together. Not only does Circus Baby kind of look like a Biddy Bab, he is a very young child, which makes sense with the whole babies sort of thing. He has the striped outfit, right? And the creepy dolls in sis location, absolutely. He has like a striped outfit, kind of like Sun. But the other thing is that he has a balloon, right? He has a balloon, and that's Circus Baby's thing. Balloons and ice cream. And counting. Also child murder. It's a bunch of stuff. She's got a lot going on. She's a complicated character. Yeah. Where did Balloon Boy get the balloon? Probably Circus Baby. It's probably like telling kids to go get a balloon from Circus Baby. Balloon Boy. Okay. What else? What else is there to point out? There's more. There's definitely more. Wait. We know about the eyes changing color with Elizabeth's death. I'm saying something else, I think, about the fun times and their comparisons. Anyway, I think this is fairly comprehensive. The long, lanky fingers. I actually think I missed the first point. The extremely long fingers, which is carried over into Nightmarion is another thing. Enid's fingers also kind of devolve into... Hold on, how many fingers does Enid have? Enid also has 3 fingers. Good for grabbing kids, that's right. Enid also has 3 fingers on each hand. I've said for a little while that the puppet and Enid are supposed to be parallels. Should have added Nightmarion. It's okay. We can talk about Nightmarion as well. We'll pull up a picture. These two are supposed to be like opposites, right? You have Enid that takes 5 things and puts them into one thing, whereas you have the puppet that takes 5 souls and puts them into 5 animatronics, right? Which, by the way, was the mastermind behind that plan is one Elizabeth Afton, whereas the mastermind of this plan is one Charlotte Henry, both the only daughters of their respective fathers, who tragically die because, well, essentially, even their deaths kind of parallel each other, right? Essentially, you have an animatronic that is supposed to keep a watch on a child, not being able to reach the child, and then you have a young girl who wants to go to see an animatronic that she is not allowed to go to. And so when they are killed and when they start to possess their relative animatronics is when one of them actually manages to reach the other. So when Elizabeth manages to get to Circus Baby and when Security Puppet manages to get to Charlotte. Their deaths are just mirrors. They're mirrors to each other. I'm so... I'm so caught up in the whole what the hell is going on with Elizabeth Afton and Charlotte Emily. Because if you look at the Blob, their masks, the puppet's mask and Circus Baby's mask on the Blob, or if you read the game files, the Tangle, are empty. Charlotte and Elizabeth are somewhere in the Pizzaplex. My bet, this is, I don't know if people are going to like this one. I think that there's a good chance that Michael is in Freddy. Like, why not? Sure. That's not my theory. It's something that people say a lot. I think that there's a weird chance that maybe Elizabeth is in Roxanne. Seems like a weird pick, right? But you have to remember, Elizabeth Afton is not evil. The things we know about Elizabeth Afton is that she's kind of vain. Right? Didn't you make her just for me? Oh, EA? It's in the game? Is that what it says? EA to the game? In the game? I forget. Another reason that I think that possibly Elizabeth's soul is in Roxanne, specifically, is that every time Vanessa shows up, you find something to do with Roxy. There's a lot of circus baby stuff near Roxanne, and there's a lot of Vanessa stuff near Roxanne. And Vanessa, the green-eyed, blonde-haired girl with a father named Bill, or William, who has divorced parents and a bad home life, is supposed to be the stand-in for Elizabeth in the same way that I think that Crying Child is supposed to be a stand-in for Gregory is supposed to be a stand-in for the Crying Child, and I think the ice cream and Brazil ending kind of point towards that. Not to mention that in the whole reluctant follower thing, it's very like, I will make you proud, or like, I'm doing this for you, right? I can't think of any character that is more of a reluctant follower of William Afton than Elizabeth Afton. Let's go check out the daycare. I needed to press the lift button. EA Sports. I actually do think that the puppet is in charge of the Pizzaplex, or is like possessing several things. I agree with that. And one of the main reasons I agree with that is like the cult of the puppet thing. It was wonderful, Apollo. That was really, really good. We'll talk more about my Elizabeth and Charlotte parallel, like, omni theory later. But throw it out there, lazy. We are throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. Also, I said something about blue into purple that I didn't finish talking about. Yes, Sun, Moon, and Eclipse Pop are all linked. That is the idea. That was like the original, because we noticed that Sun and Moon kept showing up around the 1983 Fall Fest, which implies that Sun and Moon are very old. They are also puppets, right? Yeah, exactly. That's the next part of the theory, is that because they have the same teeth, and we find the mimic in a broken down underground pizzeria that has a scooper, as well as what are they called? The mascot suits. And I'll explain those in just a second. That the mascot suits are... Oh no, the mimic is really, really old. In fact, if you think of book canon as paralleling game canon, the mimic was originally built in the books, if I'm thinking about it correctly, to entertain the person who designed the endoskeletons of the animatronics kid. Like, those two are really good friends, right? And so, taking that idea, it's not impossible to consider that William built the mimic to mimic his son, which might actually explain the observation rooms and the toys inside of the rooms Obviously, they're kids' toys in a kid's room, but maybe the cameras in that room are supposed to, like, the mimic was supposed to watch them. There's mimicking technology in all of the fun times. They mimic voices. That's interesting. That's a long-winded idea. My theory is that Baby's Pizza World, because it's circus-themed suits, with a mimic. Yeah. Right? It, like, copies what you do, kind of like a mime sort of thing, or a clown. Like routine, like you raise one hand, it raises a hand, like Mr. Mime sort of thing. I don't know. It's an idea. It's things to consider. I have a really, really complicated mimic theory, which is tough to explain. No, I'll do it. I'm gonna explain it. See if I can get it in one go. If we consider that the mimic is trying to recreate things as they were, right, for the Afton family, it makes sense that Gregory would be here and put under control, crying child relevance. It makes sense that Vanessa would be here as a stand-in for Elizabeth, right? And then the mimic itself is pretending to be William in the spring bunny suit, right? But it also explains why Jeremy on the beta testing team cut off his face. Wait, so if William made mimic to mimic Evan, then that could maybe prove that Gregory is crying child reincarnated theory. It could, yeah, it genuinely could. Yeah. So why did Jeremy cut off his face? This is something that I've noticed that I don't have enough evidence to prove, but I think is very interesting. Because this has to do with the bite of 87. And I genuinely think we might start getting some answers about the MCI this year with the new Into the Pit game that's coming out. I think we're about to get a bunch of answers. But in FNAF 2, we play as Jeremy Fitzgerald. And then Jeremy is moved over to the day shift, and we assume that in that party, there was the bite of 87. Oh. Hey, I hope I'm providing entertainment. I hope you're having fun. Say hi to your stream for me. We assume that on that party day, that final day, the bite of 87 happened. And we know the consequence of the bite of 87. What happened after the bite of 87 was that that person's face, Jeremy's face, was probably mangled because the frontal lobe was bitten off, right? You can't just like remove the frontal lobe.
Was that the bite of 87?
It was the bite of 87. You can't just like remove the frontal lobe without damaging the face, right? You know, because I was thinking, right? If someone were to bite someone's frontal lobe off, you know, what would probably happen to that person, right? What would probably occur to that person's face, you know? What would that look like? I imagine that it may look something like this. Right? If someone were to bite, then maybe that would be the kind of damage that they would sustain. You know? Have a lot of work to do on your Minecraft world? Sounds about right, yeah. So, if that's the kind of damage that person would sustain, and that happens to Jeremy, right? Jeremy Fitzgerald. What's the mimic seeing, right? You've got Withered Bonnie walking around, missing his face. And then you have the night guard, Jeremy Fitzgerald, who just got his face bitten off. Okay, cool. If I'm a learning algorithm, which is what the Mimic is, according to the books, like, the Mimic isn't evil in the books. In the books, the Mimic's entire job is to take the heads off of animatronics and take off their arms. And then it accidentally figures out or gets taught that it can do that to people as well. And so it goes around murdering people because that's what a learning algorithm does. If you've been paying attention to chat, if you've been paying attention to like the new chat algorithm, like the chat AIs, right? They can synthesize new information, but it's always based on prior information. They don't make anything new. They just connect ideas. And so if you have Bonnie missing a face and Jeremy missing a face, if you meet a Jeremy that still has a face, what do you tell Jeremy to do? Maybe find the guillotine paper shredder and cut off your face. We know that the Mimic is in Help Wanted 1. The Mimic program is there, it's Glitch Trap. And it ran into a Jeremy. And then it ran into Vanessa. Oh, that's just Elizabeth. Elizabeth had an incident with an animatronic, and then she was turned into a follower of William. What happens to Vanessa? She has an encounter and is turned into a follower of William. That's what Circus Baby does. I will make you proud. Circus Baby is just Elizabeth is a follower of William Afton. She doesn't want to be. It's not a commentary on Elizabeth in the same way that Vanny isn't a commentary on Vanessa. I think there's decent theming with Remember Jeremy. And oh, by the way, the other thing is that we do find Bonnie's face in Princess Quest, which is another thing. Also the Vanny mask. There's a lot of Bonnie faces going around. A lot of Jeremys without faces. It's just, it keeps happening. And then we finally get to the idea that the Bonnie friend in FNAF 4 is wearing a Bonnie mask. And then where's the Vanny mask? And we have to start thinking about, well, what happened to him? I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. But I'm sus. Because his name might be Jeremy. He may be the Jeremy. He may be the one without the frontal lobe. Cassie's father may not have a frontal lobe. Which actually might... Oh my god. Wait, is he immune to the Mimic program? Because he doesn't have a frontal lobe? No. I don't know. There's a lot there. They might not be the same character. It's just, we know that characters survive. I think it's an interesting thing to cut off a face. We'll think about it. We'll think about it some more. Obviously, I know that some of these theories are a stretch. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're talking about. Something that is necessary to talk about is the amount of learning AI algorithms in this game. Right? Is that it is hard to say that Freddy is particularly good. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. What is Freddy? Freddy is the endoskeleton inside of the suit, right? He's just an endoskeleton that learned good things, essentially. And so all of the animatronics, like Monty isn't aggressive or bad, he's just an algorithm. Like these animatronics, specifically the Glamrocks, they don't have souls in them. This is sort of the first time in the series that we're actually coming across robots that are not possessed. The only other time that has happened, I believe, are the toy animatronics in FNAF 2 and possibly the Fun Times, depending on if you think that they have killed people or not. Circus Baby seems to have a independent soul within her. I'm not sure about Funtime Freddy though. He might have several. Hard to say. But as for these ones, they don't want anything. Not really. Freddy is the outlier. He does want something. Which is why I think it's reasonable to assume that he's been possessed by Michael. Because he says, I am not me. Chica and Monty are just algorithms. They're not conscious. Plush baby, I was wondering if you were here. I didn't find you before, and that annoyed me. But I'm actually really glad that Plush baby is here because that helps with something. But I'll read chat first. I'm excited to hear your reason, Apollo. The short ghost. I have another stupid one. So the mimic pretended to be Glamrock Bonnie and pissed off Monty, and then Monty went and mutilated the real Glamrock Bonnie. Ooh. That's fun. I like that. We might find something that could corroborate that a little bit, but we'll hold on to that idea. So, did people watch the game theory on the tally code in these rooms? Right, how there was the tally in Ruin, and that there's tally marks here, but then there's the other thing that it's it's all the way down here. It's the balloons. It's in here, it's these balloons. Because the tally marks in Ruin are only 1, 2, 4, or 5. Sorry, excuse me, 2, 4, or 5. To be exact. And he's not wrong. They are 2, 4, or 5. Another thing to note about that, and is one of the major reasons that I am doing this playthrough, is because I recognized that there are 2 tally rooms in Ruin. There's one in the plush / scrap. Plush scrap? Scrap babe? What's the word for the scrap baby plush? I don't know. I don't actually think I remember that one. Plush baby room. We'll just call it the plush baby room, where you look around and they all go ha 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 and disappear. There's a timeout chair that looks at a wall, right? Like here, and then there's all the tally marks on the wall. Yeah? And that's right after Roxy Raceway. And you go through Roxy Raceway, you go up the stairs, you're in Bonnie Bowl, you go through the curtain in Bonnie Bowl, and then you... Plush scrap, that's a good one. Plush scrap. You go through the curtain in Bonnie Bowl, and you enter behind the bowling area, and there's the tallies again. And in both of those areas, you encounter a plush baby toy. You get the plush scrap toy, and I think you also get the plush baby toy. And something that I don't think Matt brought up, hello Sponge, welcome back to the stream, is that plush baby in Security Breach is immediately next to the balloons. Not only that, oh my god, there's another thing. So Plush Baby was right there. That gift that we're looking at right now, that's where Plush Baby is. In a room that has tally marks on the door, this is where these balloons are that indicate the 2, 4, and 5. And then there was another gift back here. And this gift is the poster. It was the Fredbear's Family Diner poster. It wasn't this one, I don't think. I'm pretty sure we got this one later. This was in the kitchen area with Chica, which is another thing I want to point out. Chica and Spring Bunny have been seen together a couple of times in this game, and that's been weird. I haven't been able to put that together. Also, this is like a Chica present. What did you miss? We've been talking about theories a bunch. Just a bunch of theory chat. we beat Roxy. We can continue on from yesterday's thing. I think I had a pretty big breakthrough. I think that Cassie's dad knew Cassidy, the child. What room is this? Laheim. It's the Laheim one. Shine balloons. It's the Laheim room. We looked that up yesterday. It's like health, right? And it has the black and white presence. It has only the black and white presence. Wait, it's got Freddy with one set of black and white presents. Is there another? Yeah, it's got Freddy again. Roxy Balloon. Roxy Balloon. No other characters represented in this room. Interesting. Okay. Why do I care about these presents? Black and white. The monochrome of black and white is pretty much exclusively associated with the puppet and Night Marion. There is no other character that just features black and white. Which oh my god, it just occurred to me, the black and white being the checkered flag on the raceway. Yep. Come on, Vel, keep up. There's so much going on with you that I do not understand yet. Roxanne, I think there's a lot going on with her. We get Circus Baby Toy directly under the Roxy Balloon in the black and white present room with Freddy here, which are the main two animatronics. I'm either crazy or there's something here. Por qué no los dos? We went through a little chart made, yes. You can see the chart sponge on the Discord in the theories section. Apollo made this incredible chart comparing the sun and moon animatronics with the puppet and the security puppet and Enid and how it ties into the like clown aesthetic. Hello, Chloe. Welcome back to the stream. How are you today? I'm doing great. I'm having a lot of fun. We are talking about FNAF lore. It has been extremely fun to go through Security Breach with a fine-tooth comb and explore all the amazing details in this game. Is there something interesting on this one? Wait, hold on. We should find the room code. You're not good? That's a shame. Well, stick around and hopefully we can help you feel a bit better. Which room is it, do we think? It's one of the doubles. No. I'm trying to see if there's like secret text near one of them. We'll think about it. I wonder, just sort of absently, if the tally marks on the outside of the plush baby box room fills in the gaps in the tally marks that Matt was talking about. Oh my goodness. That's awful. I don't know. It's got balloons. It says balloons, yes, and I think that's sus. Having Circus Baby plush in the room? Balloons, yes? I don't know. Did you punch them right back? Wouldn't blame you if you had.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Fazbear Theater.
Okay, let's go grab that
Now
gift.
Enjoy the comedy stylings of
Also valid.
Steph Bond.
How is everyone doing tonight?
I watched a video recently by Super Eye Patch Wolf that apparently getting punched in the face for the first time for pretty much everyone is just a very shocking event. And so,
the difference between humans and robots is
not much to say about just being like going into shock.
Robots are like, I will outlive you all.
Hello, Lazy. Are you saying hello to me? Or
What a great audience.
everyone else? I'm gonna say hello back to you, regardless. That's no good. Did you tell someone that happened? I can imagine. It's very frightful. Okay, well that's good. I hope that it's being dealt with. And I'm sorry that happened to you. Well, that's good. Well,
Is anyone here?
look, my best advice. Take some deep breaths. Put it out of your head best as you can, and just breathe. Just have a good time.
So, where are you from?
Gotta go to school, so you leave with one theory. I think that Cassie's dad worked on the raceway. That's why Roxy knows Cassie. But one day, Cassie's dad had to go down to where the burn trap was. Burn trap sent Roxy on him, and he died. Interesting. Yeah. That's a interesting theory, Short Ghost. I like it, and I'll see if I can find anything that might corroborate that.
That is a pretty good deal.
I think there's possibly information that supports that, because we haven't even really touched on the Candy Cadet stories yet, right? She got expelled. Good. Honestly, that feels like a good repercussion for that action. I was trying to see if one of these had the. No, they don't. We'll see if we can find a clear whiteboard that has the room that we were looking at, the L'chaim one. Apologies for my pronunciation. My pronunciation of that word is like third hand.
With every purchase of $100,
The ball pit!
get a collectible Mega Pizzaplex mug. Now that is a pretty good deal.
But yeah, I mean, hey, if that helps take your mind off it, Chloe, do you have any fun FNAF theories? No matter how crazy, that you would like to throw out just for fun? We've been doing a bunch of FNAF theorizing today. Ooh. That's an interesting line from the Comedy Bot. Maybe we need to like listen to Comedy Bot for a while. Talking about getting abandoned in a pizzaplex and moving to a different country. I wonder if that's like Fazbear Entertainment like covering up stealing kids, or if that is actually a deep cut reference to one of the characters.
I bet a few of you are just thinking the same thing. Am I right? Robots cannot eat delicious mouthwater.
I feel like Roxy has a huge part in the theory. I definitely agree. I think Roxy is so integral to so much of this game and series.
But seriously, folks.
Sure thing, Lazy. I hope to see you again later if that's possible. But if I don't, I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. What's your crazy theory? I'm gonna see if Comedy Bot says anything else cool. We're gonna wait. We're gonna sit and wait and listen and enjoy.
The next show will begin in 5 minutes.
That better not be a full 5 minutes. You think the Blob is Mr. Beast? I agree with you. I look at them and I think same thing, same person. I see Mr. Beast, I see the Blob, and I go, that's the same thing. Why haven't I seen them in the same room, huh? Have you ever been in the room with Mr. Beast and the Blob is also there? No, you haven't. Same person. Yeah. How do the generators in this game, when you have... Yeah, okay. When you have to escape Moon? But you're Mr. Beast. Prove it. Prove it by donating a bunch of money to the stream. It's the only way I believe you. Because I understand that Mr. Beast's like ID card is actually every US dollar note. You have to go? Sure thing, Chloe. Look. Take deep breaths. Have a relaxing evening. And I hope to see you again soon. And I hope that things chill out. Have a good one, Chloe. It is really gonna take 5 minutes. Why would they do that? Why would they make it 5 minutes? It's so annoying. Yeah, we all do. We're all sending our thoughts to Chloe for that. Pretty bad experience. That's no fun at all. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Get ourselves some FNAF. Yeah, why not 2 minutes? Exactly. I know it's probably like, you know, so people can like come in and leave, but this is a video game and they shouldn't have done this to us. I can't fill 5 minutes of silence. What am I, some kind of professional talk person? Like a chat lady? No. I'm bad at parkour. I immediately failed. Come on. Start. Now, you think it isn't the mini Music Man Helloweek? Can you ground pound him? Are you saying that, I don't know what you're saying. Are you just trying to say that you could just, you think that you could 1v1 one of the mini Music Men? Crush him? I do think it's crazy that Gregory can get killed by... Damn it, Sponge. Damn it. Sponge! That was a good one. I wasn't ready. Sponge, that got me. You finished the floor on one of the boxes you need to bake. Nice one. Nice. Feel like Music Men would be like fetch in the books. Yeah, I actually, okay, I haven't read any of the books. You make 12 whole boxes. Develop a system. You just gotta develop a brilliant system for figuring out how to make these boxes. What's the fastest way? I believe. I felt that one. I felt that one coming. What's up? What's up, Spade? Is this? I'm kind of upset. This is going to take 5 minutes. Do your set. Do it. Do it now. No, I wouldn't do that to Sun. You finished too earlier? All right. That's why we're waiting for it, right? Yeah. Because it did the joke about getting abandoned in the Pizzaplex and your parents moving to Aruba. Yeah, that's why most people ignore it. You're right. You're right. Spade, you're right. Yeah, I didn't wanna do it to Sun. Didn't want to do it to him. We've already investigated the lobby. There's nothing to find. We got a bad cycle. This better be good. You better tell me a fantastic joke, my comedy guy. Momentum really does matter for the jumps, huh? I was saying something about the lightning bolt earlier. Is that Freddy has a blue lightning bolt, but Monty has a purple lightning bolt. And if we... I don't think this pauses. Yeah, it doesn't. Stuff keeps going. If we take a look at the thing from here, this amazing thing that Apollo made for us, is we have like the blue before getting attacked by William Afton, purple after being attacked by William Afton, or rather blue unpossessed, purple possessed. So I don't know. I think that Monty having a purple lightning bolt is extremely sus, like extremely sus. And I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know. Where is my chat gone? There we go. Fixed it. Okay. You haven't even started on 9 of them. finish 2 and 1 you're working on right now. You'll get through it. You'll do it. If Chica was a YouTuber slash Twitch streamer, she would be... ... Pretty good. Decent. She would do mukbangs. She would absolutely do mukbangs. Oh my god, you are so correct. 100%. Show herself going to all of the different restaurants and picking out the things. I feel like, has anyone ever watched Jolly? Like Josh and Ollie? They do a lot of food stuff. I feel like that might be the vibe that Chica would have. No, she actually goes crazy when she's around food. She goes wild. Wait, now that I think of it, isn't purple the color of William controlling? Yeah, exactly, right? That's sort of my point, right? Is that apparently when Freddy starts getting possessed, when you're doing the burn trap fight, his like eyes turn purple and his bow tie turns purple. And so I'm thinking that Monty's purple lightning bolt is because he's already under the influence of Glitch Trap or the Mimic. That's like my point. I think that that's the reason that he attacks Bonnie. I mean, because then there's the other thing, right? Bonnie's design goes from purple to blue. There's the purple Bonnie is like the original, I think. Wait, is Withered Bonnie purple or blue? Is Withered Bonnie purple or blue? Do I still have Withered Bonnie up? Withered Bonnie's blue. And then FNAF 1 Bonnie, I think, is purple? FNAF 1 Bonnie. Is he purple or blue? That's a... FNAF Bonnie purple. Lazy just left, and Lazy would definitely know the answer to this question. I think that's just the lighting. I don't know if he is actually purple in FNAF 1 or if not. What do we think? He's purple? He is purple in FNAF 1, we think? Because something important to note, right? About the FNAF 1 animatronics. Wait, did he? No, he didn't. You're lying. I would hear it. Oh, you're saying hurry up and start. I know, right? Hurry up. Are we getting lied to about the 5 minutes? Like, is it... Do you have to leave the area and come back? Let's try that. Let's try reload the area and see if he starts. This is ridiculous. I have to imagine that was 5 minutes. Yeah, me too. So, okay. You know how there's... I actually don't know if people know if there's a theory. There's a problem with MatPat's alternate timeline. I know. Tragic, right? I hate to say it. But in MatPat's alternate timeline, it's been closer to 15? No. Truly it can't have. That wasn't 15 minutes. Unless it was. In which case, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken that long. What was I saying? Oh, MatPat's ultimate, like, theory. His ultimate timeline. Right. This room annoys me. Imagine, yeah, I know. It would, okay. I'm a very unlucky person when it comes to games. If I get something that's extremely lucky, it's at a really bad time. And if I need to get extremely lucky, I get extremely unlucky. It took me longer to beat FNAF 3's max mode and FNAF 2's max mode than most people, purely because those are RNG based. It's just how things go. I wouldn't be surprised if he started up just then. I was talking about the theory that MatPat did on the Ultimate Timeline. Because one of the things that he says in that, right, is that Chica was different. And one of the main reasons we think that Chica is different is in FNAF 3, when you get the regular ending, not the good ending. Oh, sorry. It's bad ending and normal ending. I think, in FNAF 3. The Chica's eye socket and
Welcome to
jaw
Freddy Fazbear's
is
Fazbear
different
Theater.
to the
Now,
others.
enjoy the comedy stylings of
And so
Steve
that's been
Knott.
used as evidence to say that
How
Chica is
everyone
different.
doing tonight?
But that's FNAF 1 Chica's head. And that's the second iteration of Chica. So it doesn't make
I
sense.
just rolled in and boy are my wheels tired. As you may
Boo.
have noticed, I am a robot. You
Me
know
too.
what the difference between humans and robots is.
Huh?
Humans are like, well, I am going to get old and die. Robots are like, I will outlive you all.
Hell yeah.
What a great audience.
Thanks.
Next joke loading.
But you guys actually are a great audience. You're all treasures.
Next joke loading.
Woo. Load it up.
Is anyone here from out of town?
I am. Me. I'm from Hurricane, Indiana.
Is anyone here?
Yes.
Pause.
We make Freddy more weak. How so?
So, where are you from? How interesting. I have never been there. I am confined to this building. Tell
Freddy,
me
that's like
from
you.
Where you come from? Do they call it pop or soda?
They call it
Well,
soft drink.
Here we call it half off at our concession stand for the next 15
That's a pretty
minutes.
good.
And
That's a
that's
pretty
no
good bit.
joke.
Oh yeah. Okay. I did.
But
Sorry. That's a.
seriously, what is the deal with hot
That is a big
dogs?
message.
Turns out it's 2 for 1 at the
Now that I
concession
think
stand.
of all the
That is a
animatronics
pretty
are
good
infected,
deal.
and by giving the parts to Freddy, we make him less immune to the spring trap. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. I think that's a very
So, where are all my single dads? Any
good
single dads tonight? How about
opinion.
my single moms? Any single moms tonight? There is no punchline. This collected data will be shared or sold to physical
Which actually means we
entertainment,
kinda do
marketing,
Roxy
and
a
business
solid.
affiliates.
right. You kind of do Roxy a solid by taking out the eyes, which might be why she's able to resist and talk to Cassie. Right? Because she doesn't have the
Missing
virus in her.
accessing gag file.
You just don't have to say those things out loud, comedy bot. Maybe it's part of the bit. You know? Maybe that's part of the joke.
Hike across the road to get to the great savings at Glamrock Gifts.
Huh.
With every purchase of $100 or more, get a collectible Mega Pizzaplex mug.
Excuse me. I feel like they're trying to sell me something.
Now that is a pretty good deal.
Do you guys get the impression that the comedy bot's trying to sell me something? Gregory's been all around the Pizzaplex, but he hasn't
Aren't
found a
parents
single
the
dollar.
worst? Any of you kids have parents?
I have parents.
Don't you hate it when your parents take you somewhere fun and abandon you?
Yeah.
They're all like, I guess if I dump little Jeremy off at his favorite pizzeria before I move to Aruba, that makes me a good parent.
That name was different. That wasn't Jeremy last time.
Closing line.
That wasn't Jeremy last time, was it?
Did you ever notice how people are so
That's-
obsessed with delicious mouth-watering pizza? They're all like, "Hey,
Crazy.
I would love some delicious mouth-watering pizza." I bet a few of you are just thinking the same thing. Am I right? Robots cannot eat delicious mouth-watering pizza. We just
we
go
look up
around saying beep boop.
Comedy
Am I right?
bots. Security breach, comedy bot.
But seriously, folks, enjoy your visit and enjoy your delicious mouth-watering
Comedy
pizza.
bot.
Next show in an unspecified number of minutes.
You know what? Better than last time. Yeah. Where is... Okay, comedy bot's audio. Where are you from?
The next show will begin in 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, let's look it up on... Let's look it up on the browser so we can all see it and we can all look at it together. Comedy bot security breach. I looked it up on my phone, which I realize now isn't actually very useful for a stream where people like to see things. We're figuring it out. Okay. Where are you from? How interesting. Weird. Feels like this is not all of the ones. Okay. So where are all my single dads? Any single dads tonight? Interesting. Because, so I guess from... It's possible Cassie still has a mum, right? I think that there's a chance that Cassie still has her mother around. I don't think her father's still around. But we know that William is a single dad. We can maybe assume that Henry is also a single dad. Which would mean that it stands to reason that Cassie's dad would also be a single dad. But single mums is, I believe, for Elizabeth, I think that, what is it? That Elizabeth's mother won custody of her. And that's why Circus Baby's Pizza World was a gift to her. I feel bad for Monty because he got his eyes got damaged while falling down. Now he's less immune to light. That's not what happens. I don't believe. The reason that Monty is immune to the Flash and the Phaser Blaster is because he's wearing sunglasses, and he loses the sunglasses in the fall. Freddy even says it at the start. That Monty's sunglasses protect him. Like if you try to stun Monty when Freddy's nearby. Yeah, he loses his sunglasses in the fall, which aren't his sunglasses, by the way. Those are Bonnie's sunglasses. Any single mums tonight? There is a punchline. This collected data will be shared or sold to Fazbear Entertainment's marketing and business affiliates. So, trying to figure out, I guess, who's the most vulnerable or who's the most likely to mess up and lose a kid. Which, again, is interesting because Gregory has parents. Gregory is not an orphan, as far as I'm aware. They say so in the audio recordings, which we'll get to later. Aren't parents the worst? Apparently, according to this, it is Jeremy. Wild. Where is it getting this information from? Why Jeremy? I can't tell if Stillwool is just trolling or not. Like, they could be. They really could be. I wouldn't put it past them. Would I, Freddy? I think we've got everything from around here. We need to start paying attention to where the CDs are, and there's a chance, actually, that there's a CD up in Sun's room that I don't want to miss, so we're going to go and be thorough. This is not the way up. That's annoying. But yeah, Monty's sunglasses come off in the fall, and he doesn't wear them anymore, and so he's not immune to getting hit by the Phaz Cam or the Phaser Blaster. The damage that Monty sustains, by the way, is actually visually very similar to the damage that Glam Bonnie has on him in Ruin. They both have a caved-in chest. They both have a disconnected torso from their lower half. I don't think there is a CD in here. It should have shown up. Yeah. Okay, good. We did check. We know there's one on the main stage, so I have to go check that. Yeah, they have disconnected like arms and legs, caved-in torso. Bonnie obviously lost his glasses in the fall, which is why Monty has them. Any CDs spawning? No. Seems like nah. N-O. That's fine. I thought there was one in one of these rooms. Weird buzzing noise. Watched it and he's his head after he snaps in half and the first hit falls to the second hit, causing him probably a lot of damage to the side and also one of his eyes. Sure, but he's not wearing the glasses after the fall, so that's why he's not immune anymore. Like, Freddy actually has dialogue that points out that Monty's wearing sunglasses and that's why he's immune. not to be a buzzkill. Like, it could do it. I just don't know why, like... I don't know why they would give Monty specifically eyes that would be more impervious to the system failure they know is in all of the robots. Like, to me, it would make more sense if Roxanne had sensitive eyes. Whereas, and the others had regular eyes. Right? Because she's the only one with particularly different ones. Let's go check Lost and Found, because the CD might spawn there. I don't know where all the CDs spawn, so we're gonna have to do a very thorough look to find them all. I know that there are some in the underground pathway, but we'll go back there when we have actually got Chica's voice box. Is the plan. This place must dole out so much pizza. I really do just consider like the absolute volume of food that must go into a place like this. Truly obscene. Did your... sorry, hold on. I genuinely thought there would have been a CD in here. Oh, well. Hello, suckers, baby. See any CDs? Now, think of it. Why do most of them use their mouths to jump scare? Because Monty has good claws, and why not just use those? I agree. I mean, like, imagine. Has anyone ever played Phasmophobia? Right? You know how in Phasmo, the jump scare is like the hands coming into your line of sight and like grabbing you? Why not have like one of those be a jump scare for like Monty or something? I think that'd be really cool. I think FNAF could do a bunch with their jump scares, like vary them a bit. It's terrifying. It is terrifying. You have so few defenses in Phasmo. We should play Phasmo again soon. Make sure we save, because I think we found some more stuff. Stuff and things. Let's go grab... We can hear Roxy crying. Heartbreaking. It cost $750 million to make a whole Pizzaplex. That's crazy. Also, someone should spend that money. I think being in Freddy should recharge your flashlight. Controversial opinion. That's too much? You think so? I don't know. Seems pretty high tech. Roxy, I have a request. Can you be chill?
I am still beautiful.
You sure are, hun? You're killing it. Let's go. Credit cards now, hand them over. You're gonna build the Pizzaplex? Also, we had to get very close for that CD to spawn. We might have missed one in one of the other places. That's gonna be annoying. Oh, there's a gift over there that I've almost certainly run past a million times. Oh, it's in this room. Oh, the witch! The witch in Left 4 Dead? I love the witch. One of the... I've got to give Left 4 Dead credit for the visual storytelling there is one of the witches is a bride. Cayman, every time you come into this chat, you make this joke about smashing Roxy. Feel like you got something to say with a nuclear bomb. Why? Roxy did nothing wrong. Like, they're victims.
This should prove amusing.
I don't get it. I think there are a couple of characters in the series that
This should prove amusing.
I think is valid to be very angry towards, and you don't really need to be very understanding. I think Funtime Freddy is one of them. I think another one is William Afton. You don't need to show them any compassion. They are evil. Pretty much everyone else is doing things against their will. Dreadbear? Oh, I was going to talk about that earlier. Okay, Dreadbear. It occurs to me that Dreadbear, I was talking about this yesterday. I thought it was like a coin. In Help Wanted, the Curse of Dreadbear DLC takes place in Halloween. Interesting, because it's one of 2 games to actually have a Halloween DLC, which also features very prominently, what are they called? Mangle and Funtime Foxy. Is that FNAF 4's thing is probably related to trying to rebuild Crying Child, because in Dreadbear you're trying to build a brain, right? And so the brain that you're probably trying to build for Dreadbear is William Afton's attempt to build a brain to replace the one that got damaged in Crying Child. And then beyond that, you've also got Build a Mangle, which is probably the attempt to build a new body for the one that got broken. You have one viewer in your stream. You never have more than one, unless your brothers. I mean, you just got to keep at it. That's genuinely my best advice. I relate to that. That happens to me too, and more often than you think, even. And pretty much, you just keep going. And eventually, hopefully you find your stride and you meet amazing people like we have in chat right now. And they are kind enough to come back. And you're extremely thankful about it, because thanks everyone. I appreciate it a lot. A bunch of Monties. So many Monties. There's a lot of Monties. Kind of a sparse room, Montgomery, but I respect it. Less is more. Marie Kondo. First viewer for a streamer, and they immediately adopted you? Hell yeah. Right? Check around the couch. Let's double check the couch. Let's double check this couch. I believe in you. I believe in you as is. I think you can do it. Believe in the me that believes in you. He doesn't have a plushie of a different animatronic in his room like at all. Monty, a drink. Staffbots, Monty, Staffbots. Staff, Monty, another Monty. I'm kind of impressed. Call you Rex? I will do my best to remember that, Rex. Apologies if I forget. I meet a lot of people, and I'm actually really bad at names. I'm genuinely extremely bad at names. I forget names of FNAF animatronics. And that's 90% of my brain power. So I'll do my best. Rex. Yeah, Monty, that's weird. That's weird. I would have expected at least like a bunny, right? You know? Yeah. Just the staff bots. What's going on? No Billiam Afton references, no bunnies, no nothing. It's kind of like a Monty from top to bottom. Like Roxy's had Funtime Foxy. Chica's had Toy Chica. What's going on? Fun fast fact, it would cost around 1 million to 10 million to make each animatronic. That sounds about right. Based on literally no knowledge of what it costs to build a expensive animatronic. Although I would expect it may even cost more than that because stuff's expensive. Why is his door glowing purple? Why is whose door glowing purple? Monty's? Was his door glowing purple? It does have a purple lock on it. Well spotted. That is a purple lock, isn't it? Weird. Are the others going purple? Everyone else's was green. Wow. Ooh, very good. Roxy's is red? Is it just their secondary color? Why would Chica's be green then? Her earrings? I know, maybe it's like the color of their second, like the star that they have. That would make sense. But again, you make an excellent point. Monty's secondary color is purple, and that's important. Roxy's like actual personal color is purple. So, another thing to point out. Still heavy purple for, yeah. And then we got blue and red on Freddy. Things to think about. So, oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. While we're talking about... Far out. If I go silent like that, it's because I'm really trying not to just shout a curse word. That one was good. That was a good one. I nearly dropped a hard F-bomb just then. I don't have a rule against swearing. I just prefer not to because I know I get younger viewers. That really did really make me just... Ooh, felt that one in my core. Ow. I got very tense. I got very tense after that. Ooh, shake it off. Whew. Okay. I was going to say, if we talk about the dichotomy that is the green and purple... Is there a scratch on my monitor? Or is that Freddy? Freddy, why do you have a mark on your eyes? Do you see that? Okay. Okay, see the battery? See how we just lost a bar? Between the next two full bars, if you go directly up, there's like a purple line. Does that come up on stream? Like, can we get a better contrast on it? Like, do you see that purple line? Gregory doesn't have it. Right? It's not there for Gregory. He doesn't have it at all. Weird. That's so distracting. Is that like a smidge of like an infection or something? Like, what is that? I was going to say the charge bar, purple, followed by green, The charging, like the full charge icons are green, and the bar itself is like behind it, purple. Baz facts. Pepe worried, yeah. Oh yeah, get those emotes done. Hey, I knew there'd be one around here. Felt it in my bones. Okay. Which is interesting, right? That Freddy's power bar is purple and green, and Roxy is purple and green, and Monty is also kind of purple and green. Like, what's going on with purple and green? Because another thing to point out is that Cassie's dominant color is green, right? Cassie's nail polish, very green. Roxy's nail polish, also very green. There's a lot of purple and green going around. Whereas, like, Freddy and Chica kind of don't have it at all. It's part of their design. So, another thing to note, actually, we're nearby that. Let's go check that out. Red and green? I do think it is purple and green because apparently one of the promo things for Ruin had the Steel Wool page have like the Steel Wool logo in purple, and then reflected underneath it, it was in green, right? There's clearly a green and purple like dichotomy in the series. But maybe it was just like highlighting Roxy's presence in Ruin, because there's a lot. Yeah, Cassie, you traitor. Well, okay, this is another thing to know. I believe, if you've heard the audio recordings, right, from the CDs that we're picking up, that it goes between like Vanessa seeing a psychologist and someone who doesn't talk speaking to a psychologist. And it's implied that the person talking or choosing not to talk to the psychologist is a kid. Yeah? But we don't get any indication of who the kid is, you know? Like it's very, there is no, why did something start sprinting? There is no indication of who the child that the psychologist is talking to, but they do say that they are associated with the Pizzaplex, right? That the psychologist has to do follow-ups with anyone who is associated with the Pizzaplex. Yeah. And if you pay attention to the lore in the books, Gregory clearly is associated with the Pizzaplex, right? He is doing work for them. He is there after hours, right? He messes with the technicians. He thinks that's funny. However, in the translation of the psychologist dialogue to this character, they don't use, like, and this is to a gendered language. I don't know if it's like Spanish or maybe like Italian or something like that, but all of the terms that refer to the character the psychologist is speaking to are feminine, right? Like, they never say he or she, but they say like words that refer to another person that use the feminine form of that word, like you, instead of a masculine one. Which I don't know, if Still Wool does in-house translations, then I would take that as a concrete reason for that to not be Gregory. If they externalize or hire a translation team from another company, then I think there's still a pretty good chance it could be Gregory. Right. Your stream stopped working 4 times, so you're no longer streaming? I think that's fair. I hate it when streams break and just keep breaking. It's the worst, because then you got all the different files and stuff. It's awful. I don't blame you for that. Okay, so to explain what I'm talking about is if the person that the psychologist is speaking to is a woman or referred to with like feminine language, it could be Cassie, and that makes a lot of sense. If the company wasn't, if it's an external company that did a translation and they weren't given enough direction, they may just assume that the person the psychologist is speaking to is Vanessa still. And so they would use feminine language to refer to Vanessa. So it's either mistaken translation or it is disproving it being Gregory, which is too many steps. I hate hinging on meta knowledge that could be a mistake. So, why do Roxy and Monty share a color theme? I think that this is where Roxy was kept, as indicated by the present, and also the Roxy figurine you get in this room. And this one was broken open and probably had Monty in it. He got his claws upgraded here, and then he started smashing out. These have a security clearance of 10, right? Highest security clearance. These ones have a security clearance of 0. So there's a good chance that Roxy and Monty replacements, right, to the old animatronics that were intended to be taken over, have their minds ruined, and then it was through the sheer incredible power of Cassie.
Oh no!
That Roxy got fixed. Cassie is truly incredible. Definitely not a robot. Totally Cassie's not a robot. Pay no attention to the fact that every vent that Cassie climbs into breaks underneath her. Not relevant. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Cassie's definitely not too heavy to be in vents because she's a robot made of metal. Not at all. That was another good attempt. That was a good one. I feel like there's a period where I forget about the previous jump scare, and I'm not over the last one yet. Keep trying though. You'll get me. I like it. I appreciate the perseverance. That's a word. But people try to get me with that a lot. That jump scare has been more effective in this stream than it has been for a while. I don't know what it is. You were thinking of looking into FNAF 6 for lore. I think that's a really good idea. I heard a theory that Midnight Motorist still ruins my brain. At one point, we're gonna have to go back to FNAF 6 and talk about Midnight Motorist because there's something to that game that I haven't figured out yet. I know, definitely, right, almost beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Midnight Motorist takes place after Crying Child's death, right? That's, I can't, it doesn't make sense in my brain for it to take place before Crying Child's death, right? Reason being is that we know that according to the game files, again, using game files as evidence, not always the best practice, but according to the game files, Midnight Motorist is called Later That Night. And the fact it's called Later That Night, to me...
I have never been allowed in here before.
Oh!
This must be where I was born. Look at all the endos. They're all the same. Have I always been a Freddy? Am I Monty with a different shell?
Interesting.
What if I am not the first glam rock Freddy? Are there more of me at other pizzerias?
This is
Do
so
we all
interesting.
feel the same? Am I special? If I am mass-produced, am I still art?
Okay.
I don't know, I'm just a kid.
At a certain
Maybe
point...
we should get you out of here. I don't think it's good for your programming.
Freddie, at a certain point, you started talking about pop art. And look, I think pop art is art. I did visual communication design. I'm all for pop art being considered legitimate art form. But am I the first Freddy is very, very interesting because of the prototype we meet in Ruin. Can I get around you, please? Thank you. The prototype we meet in Ruin. I'm trying to see if we can spawn any CDs. If I had to bet, there'd be one in the Cassie room. But we're running out of power, so I have to, like, go through here quickly. Alright, Cassie room was just this way. Go, Freddy. Go, Freddy. Go, Freddy. Go, Freddy. Go, Freddy. No low power. No low power. God, it's really far away. So far away. Did I even go the right... Was it here? No. I got it wrong. Dang it. I didn't see any CDs, but we are running out of Freddy charge, and we need Freddy to be able to find the CDs at all. We may have to look up the CD location. Okay. Sorry, just focusing. Endos freak me out. The endos are a very effective horror mechanism, and I don't enjoy them. You want to look around under the pizzeria, because Steel Wool is sneaky. Are you talking about, like, God mode? Sadly, you don't have security breach. The way that Gregory said that is concerning. Is that like he was trying to hide the fact that he isn't actually a kid? Possibly. That's a good read, good insight. I've heard that tone from a lot of people. Yeah, Gregory is actually... Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Gregory McGregorson, which is his full legal name, is that he's a pathological liar. If you give Gregory a chance to lie, which Freddy does several times, he's like, tell me where you got this, Gregory will lie 100% of the time. Not only that, is when Gregory says, who are you? Like, what's your name? Gregory's like, I'm Gregory. Like, dude, how sure are you of your name? Maybe not very. I think there's a genuine chance that Gregory just woke up from being, like, put under, like, in the, like, under Glitch Trap's control. And, like, he's only just woken up and he's, like, figuring himself out. Watching the stream now? Pretty sure, pretty much done with the third box. Nice one. You're getting closer every step. Another step up the ladder. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a brand new way to see. Whole new place. With a brand new attitude. But you've still got to catch them all. And be the best that you can be. Pokemon Johto. I've been watching a lot of Pokemon recently. Are we checking the Cassidy room? Yes. What happened there? Look, I'll tell you what happened there in my subconscious is I got distracted for one, and then two, my subconscious was like, that was really scary, don't do that again, and so I didn't. And you're right, and you should call me out on that, and we need to go back. But Apollo, it's scary. It's spooky down there. Okay. Make sure if you are doing a lot of repetitive movements, such as moving a mouse around, occasionally you stretch out your wrists. You do not want to get a repetitive strain injury. Or I think it's RSI. I think that's correct. Or carpal tunnel. So take breaks. Stretch your wrists. It's good advice. Even with controllers, by the way. I was playing Pokemon Legends Arceus like a couple of weekends ago, and I just played it so much that my like entire hand was like sore. So take care of yourself. Granted, I don't want to do it anymore. Well, too bad. Yeah. A bunch of that in my childhood. I'm a very complainy person. I'm also an extremely stubborn person, is the other thing. They're a bad combo. Any cool CDs? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Why am I seeing so many 90s TV show themes today? What's going on? Is this it? No, this isn't it. It's in here. Special secret room. You know, part of me wonders, right? Part of me wonders if, one, having Moon on here, interesting. 3 fingers. You actually do have 3 fingers that would make that strike. Thumbs don't usually come up in core strikes. Interesting. We were talking about 3 fingers before. I have gone the wrong way. I have made a mistake. I am become error. Okay. Next thing, start singing the BoJack Horseman theme. I've never watched BoJack Horseman. If a thing is popular, I haven't watched it. Generally. I'm not a hipster. I am very, very nichely interested in things. It's not a statement on popularity, because otherwise I wouldn't be playing FNAF. I'm really late to the party when it comes to a lot of stuff. And I heard that BoJack Horseman gets very depressing, and frankly, I pay my psychologist enough. Go, go, go. If you do want to know that what I've been watching recently, I've been watching Pokemon Horizons, which I believe recently got put onto Netflix, and it's really, really good, and people should watch it. It's really, really good. The light in your room is glaring on your TV, so it's harder to work on them? Ah, because they're mostly like concrete blocks. Tough one. Don't know if I have a solution for you, my friend. Like Pokemon? The new series is exceptionally good. Like, it isn't... You know how, like, the first series is very, like, Monster of the Week? Like, sure, they're going somewhere, but it's just... It's sort of vague, and they don't really have a goal a lot of the time that is going places. The new one, very focused on a mission. Like, it's very much, we are doing this thing, we are here for this reason, and like, this is what's happening. It's really, really good. Also, I love the protagonist, she's amazing, and Roy is good too. I like Liko a lot. Freddy, you can do it. I believe in you, Freddy. You can do it. Yes. Liko and Sprigatito, peak character. Okay, well, I wanted to get out of Freddy, so thanks, game. Highly recommend it. Also, I think the English dub is really good, but I've watched so much of the Japanese dub that the English voices have started to sound weird. So, at your own risk. Roxy Balloon. Freddy, tell me if this is a stretch. The first time we come through here, right, is when you're injured. And we have to climb those boxes. And so we enter. Are you following, Freddy? Are you watching? We enter from here because this is the closest door to where we're coming from. And so to get to those boxes, we actually have to walk this way, which means that we are going past this present. So people are more likely to find it at that stage of the game, because that's what they're doing, right? It's in their path. Who is the active threat at that time? Did you answer Vanessa? Because that's the correct answer, Vanessa. Yet another Roxy item, found when Vanessa is the active threat. No, I will not let this go. No, I will not stop making these stretches, these leaps in logic. I'm going to die on this hill. And then I'm going to bring my corpse back to life so it can continue the fight on the hill. You don't have the right games on your... You don't have the right Game Pass on your Xbox, and you can play Rec Room and Fortnite on multiplayer. Oh, that's a shame. That's no good. I don't know, can you transfer world files onto Xbox? Like, could you do it on a different platform and then port it over? Would that be easier? I feel so hungry, and your throat closing up. You can't eat because it's 4 a.m. and you have school today. Steal food from people. This is not legal advice. Do not do anything that Vel tells you to do. But yeah. Also eat when you want to. Live by your own clock. Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. That's why we are living in the present tense. It seems unforgiving when good things end, but you and I will always be back then. You and I will always be best friends. Happening happens. Will happen. Happening happens. Will happen again and again. You and I will always be back then. Please tell me people have watched Adventure Time. Tablet's not working at the moment. Only have Minecraft on Xbox and tablet. That's a shame. Hey, Apollo, you have seen it. Nice. You know what? Who am I kidding? Of course you've seen it. If you're calling Roxanne Wolf a lesbian, which you're correct about, by the way, you've definitely watched anything Rebecca Sugar has made. One of those has a lower bar for entry than the other. I love singing. Basically, if you start quoting lyrics to a thing that I know at me, there is a high probability that I start singing it. I love to sing. Oh, but I can't play that song. I've tried. At a certain point, right? At a certain point, Rebecca decided to say, screw everyone who likes to play my songs. I'm going to make sure that if you don't know how to pluck the ukulele, you're going to have a bad time. And me, as someone who is not a very good player of musical instruments, doesn't know how to pluck the ukulele. And so time adventure and escapism, extremely painful songs to try to play. Escapism being from Steven Universe. It's a Staboni song. Seeing all of Adventure Time, Peanut and Cake, and the Disneyland specials, they are so good, right? Definitely not neurodivergent. Amazing. Hilarious bit. Escapism. I guess I'll have to face that in this awful place I shouldn't show a trace of doubt, but pulled against the grain I feel a little pain that I would rather do without. I'd rather be free, free. I'd rather be free, free from here. Do I know any FNAF songs? Yeah, yes. Off by heart. It's been a while since I've listened to FNAF songs regularly, except for I Can't Fix You, because I really like I Can't Fix You, because I enjoy Circus Baby as a character. I think she's wonderful. Lullaby material? True. Actually true. I just don't know if I have the vocal quality of the person that sings I Can't Fix You. I've been trying for so long to sing you the right song, to show you something different every day, so you hear what I have to say. Your puzzle pieces, and you've been running your loss here. You've been mourning your loss here, and that's grinding my gears. How can a human lose their self-control? There's nothing left to make you whole. Is it because I can't be heard? Made me awake and make me hurt. I can't fix you. Yeah. I need to project more. I'm like whisper singing, which is a bad sign. It's a bad sign. I need to practice it. But basically, the reason I even learned to play ukulele, despite being a teenage girl, was Marceline. La da 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 da, I'm gonna bury you in the ground. La da 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 da, I'm gonna bury you with my sound. I'm gonna drink the red from your pretty pink face. I'm gonna... Oh, you don't like that? Or do you just not like me? I'm sorry I don't treat you like a goddess. Is that what you want me to do? I'm sorry I don't treat you like you're perfect, like all your little loyal subjects do. I'm sorry I'm not made of sugar. Am I not sweet enough for you? Is that why you always avoid me? I must be such an inconvenience to you. Well, I'm just your problem. I'm just your problem. It's like I'm not even a person, am I? I'm just your problem. Well, I shouldn't have to justify what I do, and I shouldn't have to prove anything to you. I'm sorry that I exist. I forget what landed me on your blacklist, but I shouldn't have to be the one that makes up with you. So why do I want to? Why do I want to bury you in the ground and drink the blood from your... Ugh. Yes, those are the cutouts from the show. It's working. Instead of Finn saying, yeah, look at the door or whatever. I don't know Just Gold. I'm sorry. It truly has been a long time since I listened to FNAF music, and I apologize. But if you want to post a link to it, maybe I'll listen to it and learn it. Can't promise I will, but I do like singing. Also, apologies if that was out of tune. I actually can't hear myself at the moment because of my headphones. I should have taken one of them off so I can actually hear myself and pitch correct. But I'm not a professional, so. Yeah, those are the cutouts from the show. It's good. It's as soon as I heard them, I was like, oh, yay. Pretty much, what was missing was the episode that convinced me to watch all of Adventure Time. I was on Tumblr at the time, and people were talking about what was missing, and so I watched it. And I think I watched Burning Low immediately afterwards. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna watch this show and love it forever. Survive the night. I'm gonna have to look up the lyrics to Survive the Night.
Space combat simulation. Suit up and save the universe as you blast everyone
I feel like I know it.
with high-tech
Survive
laser
the
effects.
Night.
Blast strangers, blast your friends.
Survive
Beat the
the Night
superstar
lyrics.
score and get a free Phaser Blaster gun. Enlist now. Gregory, I'm not nearly that annoying, am I?
Hey there, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Are you new in town? Don't think I've seen you before. Yeah, I don't remember. I actually don't remember how the song goes. Is the thing. That's what's gonna hold me up. Is I don't remember the melody. I think I see a bit of flesh inside the new guy. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna have to listen to it again. It's been, I think I heard Survive the Night again because Willow played it for me on their stream. And basically, I was like, oh my god, I remember this when I was like a teen.
Look, you got an annual Bonnie Bowl Unlimited Pass.
Toilet
Free
present.
bowling for a whole year. Mega Pizzaplex entry not included. Shoe and ball rental fees still apply.
Oh, is that like an automatic thing for you? You looked at the side. It definitely is. Ready, sus. What did we just get? Toilet present. Wow, that was more CDs than I thought we'd picked up. It was a magnet. Was it? Was it a magnet? Or am I stupid? It was a keychain. Excuse me. It was the Space Ready keychain. Yeah. I've heard them, but that stream that Willow did, Willow basically stopped what they were doing and was like, Vel, you need to listen to all of the FNAF music that's come out since you stopped listening to it. And what was the blackout we just had? And yeah, so I've heard the songs. I don't know them though. Can I look at the Bunny Bowl ticket? Of course I can. Bunny Bowl. Bunny Bowl. Game ticket, 1 game, Mega Pizzaplex. That is not the thing that Freddy just said it was, wasn't it? Interesting. He said it was like a full year thing, but it's like a 1 game ticket. Crazy. That's so crazy, Freddy. Shop. Green beans, lobster, mashed potatoes, batteries. Oh, Balloon Boy shopping list. That's why I did the voice. It's the I freaking hate Trudy from the episode where Finn gets turned into a foot, the Magic Man episode. I'm not gonna be cold, cause I'm piping hot. I'm not gonna let you rot. He lied. Never be alone? I'm sorry. I know, I think I know Living Tombstone's like, obviously FNAF 1 song, FNAF 2 song, Die in a Fire, maybe? Maybe not? Yeah. And... Okay. Terrifying. Which security bot saw me? Was it you? It was you. That's awful. I don't like that you can do that. I think we just made this an instant kill zone and we haven't saved in a little while. Let's go save. Sorry to Fazablast fans, but we haven't saved in a bit and we picked up CDs and I don't want to go get them again. Wait, what? Okay, we'll go back, Apollo. Sorry, I just saw your messages, and we will go back. We'll take a look. Promise. Promise. Oh, do you mean on like the post-it note?
Wishes only come true at Freddy Fazbear's. It's true. Kids who have home birthdays have fewer friends and parents.
No, not your fault. My fault.
This has been another fun Faz fact.
Some streamers read their chat. Other streamers, like me, apparently forget to. Sus, Freddy. Freddy sus. Hate to say it. Why is the recharge station on the other side of the pizzeria? It annoys me so much. Like, why can't there just be one here? Oh wait, no, there is one here. It's directly above us. I got disoriented. I thought we were in Montegal for a second. My bad. Complaint rescinded. You're welcome to keep listing songs. Survive the Night, and then I Can't Fix You are the FNAF songs that I would say that I know. Yeah. Yeah, no, already forgetting the lyrics. How do we get in there? Freddy, how do I get into the thing? Break through the wall. Friedrich Fazbear, break the wall. Oh, Gregory can probably just duck under the thing. Because he's small. Oh, okay. The other thing I was going to say is we should play Little Misfortune and Fran Bow at some point. Oh, I should make those a follower goal. Yeah. Mwahaha. Angel with a shotgun? Absolutely not. Nope. Sorry, everyone. If the song isn't part of a show or by NSP, Ninja Sex Party, there is a 90% chance I don't know it, which is bad. Oh, no, even then. Even by artists I like, I usually only listen to one of their albums. And it took me an extremely long time to find out I'm autistic, which is weird. How did I manage that, Freddy? Go through life liking one thing, take forever to find out that maybe that means something. I know the songs from the first Frozen movie, and from Rapunzel, sorry, Tangled, the show. If anyone hasn't watched Apollo, especially you, I think, I'm gonna call you out. If you haven't watched Tangled the series, you should. I think
you must be the new
you will like
Blast
Cassandra.
From the looks of you, the orange/blue team hasn't got a chance. Soon you will be fighting for your lives on a hostile alien planet.
It's like I knew.
But first, I am here to tell you how to play Phasor.
How'd I do that, Freddy?
There are 2 rules you must follow at all times. Rule number 1: no running, no climbing, no jumping, no hitting, kicking, pushing, shoving, no shooting Fez blasters in, near or close to other players' eyes. Being flashed in the eyes may induce seizures, blindness, or semi-permanent paralysis. If you are flashed in the eyes, immediately flush your eyes with soap and water, then blink repeatedly until vision is restored.
I don't know if that's correct.
Rule number 2. Have fun.
So
Do you want to hear the rules again?
Okay. So,
Boarding. Fuzzer blast is
quick thing, and yeah, I don't think you should. Okay, you actually kind of want to keep bases away from your eyes. Bases are really bad for the tissues of the eyes. Acid dissolves the top layer of your eyes, but bases melt through several layers. It is better to get an acid in your eye than a base, honestly. I watch a ophthalmologist on YouTube. You're giving me a good list of songs to go and listen to, as is. Sorry. Rex? Was that right? Oh my god. I told you, I'm bad at names. What was I saying? Cassandra, why'd you turn like that? The reason Cassandra turned like that is because season 3 got cut in half. LMK? What is that, the full name of the show? Season 3 got cut in half, so they basically had to change Cassandra's, like, motivation. Okay. Theory time. Cassandra took the stone to save Rapunzel's life. Lego Monkey Kid. No, I haven't. 5 More Nights? I actually think I have heard 5 More Nights. Possibly. Again, I'd have to look up the lyrics, I'd have to look up the song.
Simulation. People with medical conditions are allowed
because
to
if you're watch that episode again, the end of season 2,
and I approve of this message.
and
Before you can enter the arena, you need to grab the helmet and
she's the
blaster.
only character that asks Adira what will happen if Rapunzel touches the Moonstone, and Adira's like, they'll probably just cancel each other out,
Soldier,
right?
Report to the orange hallway.
It was going to kill her. If Rapunzel touched the Moonstone, she was going to die. And so, like, we don't get to hear her reasoning until the start of season 3, and I think they changed it. Marvelous! Welcome back to the stream. How you doing today? We've had a very, very talk lore heavy stream today. All we did so far has been talk about the lore. I had a very, very fun breakthrough with the lore, and I think that I am right about my assessment. And I am currently talking about... we did some singing of different Rebecca Sugar songs, and so naturally now we're talking about Cassandra Entangled.
Capture the flag. Time to defend.
Because apparently the only thing we talk about here are LOOOOORREEEE, which is good.
Capture the flag.
If you want to talk about my special interests, it's definitely that. No, she didn't. But we were talking about bullying, and then I was like, if anyone likes those songs, or like...
You have success.
And I did my entire assessment on Natasha Allegri. Because she... If you ever hear me say... Actually, you're new to the stream, so you might not have heard me say it, but I constantly quote, "You took too long, now your candy's gone." That's what happened. Constantly on my mind. No, obviously if you're doing ... no, Rebecca Sugar didn't write any songs for. But yes, I love being Puppy Cat. I'm excited for